There he is, Brodie
Yeah.
Farber, second time on the mental breakthrough, episode 39 this time around. And let's start off. You said we're just talking. You said you've had a crazy morning. It's only 6 a.m. Like, how crazy can a morning you get? I mean,
I
I
mean,
don't wake up until that's dead of the night for me. That's
yeah. So I don't know. I got up at 3, did my normal stuff, make my bed, get some food, coffee, read a little bit, do a little bit of writing. And then I was trying to get to the gym to get a workout in before I couldn't find my truck key. So I left it in my home gym, but I didn't realize that. So I was searching around for like 20 minutes, and then finally found the key. Then one of the dogs, I didn't want to let him out. Basically pissed in the crate. They don't usually do that. Hasn't done it in a while. So I had to clean up the piss, rush to the gym. Just some normal whatever, some problems, but
and you're
we
still
got back in time for this.
back at yeah, that's crazy. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, you're waking up at 3 a.m. Did you
Yeah.
and you said writing. You said writing or writing?
Writing.
Writing.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit, yeah. A
What
little bit
what's
of
that?
reading and writing.
I know you're a reader. I know you're a big reader. I didn't know writing. You're working on something specific or like diary, personal stuff, or you're writing something to
No, no, just to expand on thoughts and just to track what's going on more than anything. No books or nothing
okay.
like that.
Interesting. I mean, so it's like a diary more personal or
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
you're
somewhat.
planning to
Yeah,
share. Oh,
journal,
okay.
diary.
So
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
your own
yeah,
thoughts and stuff. You've always done that?
yeah.
That's
I've done it off and on. So I used to
yeah.
do it a lot when I was younger, pretty consistently. I've gotten away from it and gone back to it. Kind of like a lot of things. You know it works. You know it makes you feel better. You do it for a while,
Yeah.
then you stop doing it, and then you remember when you start again why.
No, that's why I like these podcasts in a way. They're kind of like my journals. I mean, I haven't started yet. I think I'm gonna do some just like monologues, but sometimes those are weird. I don't know. I mean, but I mean, kind of a conversation is an opportunity to have to get your thoughts out there. Um, and then sometimes just talking to yourself or something. I mean, I do that. Sometimes I record myself talking. I'm like, I wonder if I should post this or not.
Yeah, it probably would just take some practice, man. There's some guys that do their solo podcasts and they're
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good, but
yeah.
there's a lot of respect to them, man. You got to really yeah, you got to be really dialed in to be able to do
Yeah,
that. To just
yeah,
speak freely and coherently for whatever they do. So that's hour, half an hour, even 2 hours. Some guys do. They just flow and they do well.
yeah,
So that's
yeah,
pretty impressive.
yeah, for sure. That's the coherently part. That's sometimes difficult for me. I mean, it's funny because the thoughts are clear in my head, but yeah, it's putting them out. It's
do
always
you do you write? Do you write at all?
I do, but not. Most of my writing is more like it's been academic, where it's like I put a lot. I mean, so I put a lot of time into it. I do. I mean, but like, yeah, most of it has been through school, writing papers. But I usually do. That's what I usually do is just like, I just write. I'll just sit there and write. I don't do any of the research. I mean, I'll read the research first, maybe what I'm gonna write about, and then I just write it, and then I go back and like try to cite it, find out. I look for stuff that I can cite the stuff that I've said, and then I'll start working with it. I'll change what I said to reflect the research or something. So I mean, it's kind of structured in that way. So I guess I don't do it as much for just like free thought, but
I think, the people that I listen to a lot that are very well spoken, they frequently state that to do that you have to write. So it's not just reading; you have to write down your thoughts. The better writer you are, the more well spoken you be. So I think probably that may
okay,
help.
well, that's good. I consider myself a good writer. I consider myself a much better writer than I am a speaker, but it takes me a lot of revisions to write. I mean, I like my and like my academic advisor and stuff liked my writing, but it takes, yeah, I put a lot of time into it and a lot of going back and forth and like going, you know, just sentence by sentence and making it flow. So, but I guess it does still help your speaking.
Yeah, it's probably just like anything. You just got to do the reps. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So
Yeah.
same thing. You're on 39. By the time you get to 500,
Yeah,
you've
there you
dialed
go.
it.
That, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I rather not, yeah, I don't have to, I don't care if it gets, um, yeah, I don't care really so much. Yeah, if I'm developing it, I might as well. I think by producing it and putting it out there is making me do it. And then, but I am still looking at it as like practice. Yeah, I'm even thinking 100 really, and then I'll kind of like boom, then I'll do it in, and then yeah, 500, and then 1,000 will be maybe the big one. That's when I'll be
Yeah.
dialed in for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I've always had that problem too with trying to do things perfect and then you don't do them.
yeah, exactly.
And so you can prepare and do them well, but you still have to fucking do them. You still have to like go. There's a time where you just have to just do it, and then the more you do it, the better you get at it. So yeah.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. So I mean, what kind of projects you have? I mean, because you've got time, right? I mean, you've got time to. I mean, you aren't. I mean, you keep yourself busy. You're always doing stuff, but
Mhm.
you're doing stuff. I mean, yeah. That I mean, I
Yeah.
mean, you're already 6 a.m. You've already done stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. This morning's a little bit behind. But yeah, what's crazy is even when I decided to start, because 4:30 used to be my wake up time pretty consistently, and I would kind of lose that and go back and whatever. But um, I was like, okay, I need to go earlier. It was great when I decided to go earlier. I think only recently, these last few days, have I actually even been able to sleep till 3. So most of the time, it's like I wake up, it's 1:50, it's like 2:10.
And this is natural. You're
Even
not setting an
sometimes,
alarm. You're just waking up at
so
that
I do
time.
set alarm for 3, but usually it's before.
Yeah.
Usually I get up before. So that's why like, yeah, I'm like 3:30 gym, but I'm waiting to go to the gym. I'm almost like just biding my time. So it's not a ridiculous hour. So I can get in
Yeah.
there and I don't like crash too hard. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think three's the number for now.
So why
But
I see for me, I mean, I see it. I would like to wake up at the break of dawn because it makes sense evolutionarily. It makes sense. I mean, but
mhm,
before the light is, I mean, for me, because I'm still a night owl. I stay up pretty late. We do get a beautiful full moon. I can actually work in the full moon, no lights. It's pretty crazy. But like when I think about it, I'm like, I think it would be healthy for me to wake up, but I've never even considered waking up before the sun rises. Why, like what's, how can,
because it's hard and no one else wants to do it.
okay.
So if no one else wants to do it and I do it, it's just that like it's kind of fuck you. Like, look what
Yeah.
I did already, like
Yeah.
I'm tougher than you. I can fucking, I can suffer more. I can get up, make you feel bad.
And make your bed
because
and
I
sit
did
that.
it.
That's
And
finally
honestly,
good.
I feel what's crazy is because I like staying up late as well. Like I
Yeah.
naturally more of a night. So, but if I go to bed at like 12, 1, 2 in the morning, I can sleep till 10 in the whatever. Like same
Yeah.
thing. My schedule. I've always kind of kept my own schedule. I can sleep till noon.
Yeah.
I feel better if I go to bed at 8, 9, 10, even 11 o'clock, and I get up at 3. I feel more rested than I do if I get up if I stay up past 2 or something and I sleep till 10. So it's not like I do think though, like before sunrise is a good idea. Give yourself a little bit of time, get your stuff ready, and then watch the sun come up. You definitely.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like that's kind of the way to do it. You don't got to do 3, but whatever that like 30, 40
Before the
minutes
sunrise, basically,
before the
and
sunrise.
be
I think that's
ready
probably
up.
optimal.
Like you're ready.
Yeah,
You actually can enjoy
yeah,
the sunrise.
yeah,
That's pretty beautiful, man. That's
yeah. I feel like that's pretty. Yeah, it gets you dialed in well.
yeah. Wow. And so you do go to bed around when?
It depends, man. The other night I fell asleep at like 7 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
And I woke up though. I woke up at 12:30, and then I was up, and then I'm rested. But then it's like, yeah, it's 12:30 at night, and I'm waking up. So usually about 9. Sometimes a little bit earlier, sometimes later. If it gets past 10 or something. It's but it is what it is. So you just set the time and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, you're bringing your daughter to school or something too?
So yeah, so
How is it?
at she usually I hear her alarm go off. She gets up at like 6:30. She gets ready. She likes to take her time. Then we have to leave the house before 8 to drive her to school. So her school starts at 8:30. But I'm gonna actually we decided the other day. I've been contemplating it for a while. I'm gonna pull her out of this school and we're gonna get back to homeschool. We were doing a little bit before, but we're gonna get back to it. So we're just gonna tighten up the program, get stuff together. I'm just gonna say goodbye to her friends at school, and then we're gonna get back to that.
What about today? Today's weekday, right?
Today's a weekday. I told her last night she was super tired, and we're not gonna go to that school anymore soon, and so it's just more whatever. So I told her she could stay home today if she wanted,
Oh, okay.
and she's gonna go skiing tomorrow, so she's basically done with the week at school.
That's cool. So
Yeah, she can learn more at home anyways.
you're doing homeschool with like you're doing it, or you have other people helping, or you have
So I did it in the past. So because all the bullshit with COVID and shutting down schools,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
wanted you to go online and check in and stuff. So I went in. We basically created our own school and let her name it. I was the principal, the teacher, all this stuff. So just because all they want to tell you what to do. So I didn't want to deal with them calling me and asking me why she wasn't enrolled. So we created our own. We would work, basically on, we would do some math, some science. She would have to read, she would do a language. Same thing when we were living in Mexico. We mostly focused on, she had a Spanish tutor. So it was like, I mean, full language immersion plus hour and a half, I think 3-4 days a week, just made her read a lot. When she
yeah.
got back and she started going to a private school, she was way ahead in reading, way ahead in language, way ahead in English, a little bit behind in math, but it was good. So
Yeah.
not too good.
How old is she now?
She just turned 13. So,
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Couple guy just turned 4 on January
yeah,
13th.
I saw him get
Yeah.
that mohawk the other day,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we had a pinata party here. Well, it was just him actually. He said he wanted to hit a pinata. We found somebody that sold them online, made them out of in Bangkok or something, and
Yeah.
here and then but yeah, no, I mean we're gonna be doing that. I mean we're gonna be doing homeschool. I think it's easier here, but they still some of that bullshit as far as administrative type stuff, or I mean, yeah, Ministry of Education or something is going to step in and say things. So I didn't. So you're actually by not. So there's different routes. I mean, you can homeschool
Mhm.
and by actually making your own school, that's different than
Yeah.
homeschooling. And then you're actually, if you homeschool, you're going through like a government program or
Yeah,
something.
so there's a lot of programs where you kind of like sign up. There's different variations of it. They give you somewhat curriculum. You can mold it to yourself. Some kids go, they check in, they do that stuff. But no, I basically created my own. She likes some show on TV called Umbrella Academy. I don't know if you saw that on Netflix or anything, but like, what do you want to name the school? It's like Umbrella Academy. I was like, okay. So you basically follow all the paperwork, did all the stuff. Took a minute, so I created my own. So yeah, so they could fuck off basically.
That's not, I mean, that was more of a you hire somebody to do that, like lawyer to do it, or some official thing?
No,
Just did
no,
it all
it's all
yourself?
like,
Is expensive fees or
I
what?
mean, everything's online now, and
Yeah,
so and yeah, so and honestly, so my mom helped me as well. So she worked in school. She was
she's
a
a teacher.
counselor
Yeah,
at the schools and stuff. So she kind of helped me out a little bit with what to do, what to file. Basically, just yeah, just it's just like anything. You just do the paperwork, follow along the lines, submit it. Have to, it's just doing the paperwork
yeah, yeah, yeah,
properly,
yeah.
and then to get out of their, they've got their system where they have to check up on you. As far as we check that box, we got our own thing going, so we don't have to check in or go by what they're doing or what they say. So.
And now that you're all set up, if somebody wanted to, they could go through you if you wanted them, or you. I mean,
I believe so. I've asked because we've actually set it up 2 different times. So I set it up during COVID. And then when we came back and she wasn't going to, basically, then she was going to a private school. Then we left there and then I reset it up. So I set it up for third grade. Then I set it up again for sixth grade. And then now when I think I'm gonna have to resubmit. But when I was filling out the paperwork, I think you have to name the number of students. And I feel like I named the students as just one. So I don't know, but or maybe it was 1 to 3. So I think there's it's like maybe 1 or 1 to 3, like 3 to 3 to 5, under 10. There's different parameters. So but I'm sure I could probably add that up and do something like that.
Oh yeah. You still got it. You still got a tenant at your house right now or on your property? Is that how you
Yeah, I've got the one lady. Actually, I'm gonna start putting it out there. She's gonna leave. So I need to find someone else. So I want to find someone that's cool, that fits in well, that moves in, either one or a little family or a couple or something. Plus, I would actually like to. It's going to be hard to find the right person, but would also like to look for someone to move in and either rent, or I would just basically let them live here for free, to help out with like the dogs around the property with different stuff, so I can get back to being more mobile and traveling and going and doing stuff I need to do.
Yeah.
So
When's the last time you did a travel out, like a big one?
like a big one.
Since Mexico, you've been anywhere?
Yeah, like, so after we lived in Mexico for the year, I came back for like maybe a year, and I went and visited by myself for like 2-3 weeks, and it was actually pretty weird without Layla, because we were there together for so long. Besides that, I've done little trips to like see friends in Texas and stuff, but for the most part, I'm pretty I'm pretty set right now where I have to be here to handle stuff. So I'm trying to change that a little bit.
Yeah. So what do you have? You have dogs, silo, fermenting food. No.
Yeah, I mean, there's like it's the 2 properties, it's all the dogs. I mean, there's stuff. It's mostly the dogs too.
Yeah.
So they've got different schedules or sizes. They're, the big ones have to be handled properly. It's mostly the dogs. Plus, I got to make sure Layla's good. There's a lot of just a lot of stuff happens.
Well, so tell me about. See, I don't understand dogs. So I always had, and I know you've got like different kind of dogs, but just in general, I don't understand. Like, so I got a dog, and like, what do they want? Like, or like, am I supposed to? It's like she follows me around sometimes, and then so she's a Labrador mix with like a Thai, soy dog and a Labrador or something, and everyone's, oh, that's such a nice dog. I mean, but it's like, am I like, she wants to do stuff. I like, how do I just make her more like a cat, where she's just kind of like cool and can just
So
like mind her own business?
They're not like cats, not going to mind their own business. They're evolved to be pack animals. So you're the leader of the pack. She knows that. She senses it. You're the head of the family. You're the man. You have the energy. Like, you're the leader. So she's gonna follow you. So she's gonna, like, she expects you to basically lead her to food, lead her to water, and she's gonna do what she can to pay you back for that. So yeah, man, she's your she's in your pack, and she wants to be with you, and she's gonna follow you if you do a good job, and that's how it is. She isn't gonna mind her own business. She's you got another member of the family. And she's,
and she always loves it. I mean,
for...
I give her love. I give her baths and stuff because she's always runs around, and she loves it when I'm out on the yard working. So I mean, I think she's happy. She's got a big old yard and big old land, and she hangs out when I'm working the land. I don't mind that. It's kind of fun having her there, and she just gets filthy and muddy, and then I give her a bath, and she likes that. But the one thing I do feel bad, I mean, because I love animals, I want to make her happy, and then but I don't let her sleep inside. Is that Is she okay with that? Well, there's a separate room that she can go inside, but she like sleeps by herself. Is that like hurting her psychologically, you think?
No, they understand boundaries and stuff. There's a lot of people that, yeah, they don't let them in certain rooms, they don't let them in certain areas. Same thing. You're
Yeah.
the leader. She would much prefer to sleep inside. She would definitely like to sleep on your bed even, but no, I don't think it's anything negative. She has her spot. She gets,
Yeah, yeah.
especially it's not cold there. It's not,
Yeah.
she's good in that room. She's getting her,
Cool.
yeah, she's getting
Good.
fed,
Yeah.
she's getting her attention. She should be fine.
All right. Good. 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 Yeah. Because it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. So I mean, what do you do with you? How many dogs you have now? I saw one.
Here right now, there's 8, but 2 of the puppies are leaving. Two of the small puppies are leaving next week, and then one of the big pit bull somewhat puppies. She's like 10 months. She's going to go somewhere else. Um, Someone's grabbing her. So three of the dogs are leaving within the next week, and so that'll leave us with 5.
And was that the you're raising more than you wanted to, or you gave them away against your will, or that's what you were planning to the whole
No,
time,
no, they're
raising them to give?
so this whole this whole thing started with, so I mean, so a little bit about what happened with Layla's mom, how she passed away, and
Yeah.
how we were living overseas and kind of traveling and moving around, and she's always she loves dogs. So it was like she always talked about her dream was to have 3 dogs. So finally, when we got back to living here, we got a house, everything was stable. I'm like, okay, you want a dog? Let's find a dog. We'll get you the best pit bull there is, because that's what you wanted. That's what I wanted. So I did research. I found basically the best pit bull I could find out in Connecticut. Bought him, had him shipped out. It's cool. So we started with that. But our dream was 3 dogs. So as it continues, we get 3 dogs. And then at the time, I'm not really doing a whole lot, you know. So I'm already taking care of these 3 dogs. Fuck it. I might as well, I'm already doing it. So we might as well
Yeah.
breed them, you know.
So
And then that
you
turns
don't
into,
spay them or neuter them? These are girls or
no, I
yeah.
don't. I honestly, and I don't agree with that either. Like, it's funny because I crop dogs' ears. I think just with the pit bulls, they get their ears cropped, and a lot of people give me shit from it.
Crop is making them go down?
Yeah, so basically they're floppy, they get cropped and they stand up. So they're
Oh, they're
like, and
naturally floppy and cropping them makes
they're
them stand
naturally
up?
floppy.
Oh,
So
I
you
thought it was the
basically
other way
cut
around.
you. So I don't do it personally, but a
Yeah,
vet
yeah,
does it.
yeah.
They get cut off basically. They into points, and they stand up, and it gives the dog a completely different look. For me, it's how it is with these dogs. It's just what you, I don't know. It's just what you do. Um,
Yeah.
and a lot of people will give me shit, and then they'll cut off the fucking dog's nuts. Like,
Yeah.
the ears are cartilage. I've seen it plenty of
Oh,
times.
yeah.
I've only had one time where I felt bad because the dog's ear got infected, and he was kind of hurting from that. But like, it's not something that's they definitely don't enjoy it. It's not a huge deal. But like, you cut off their nuts, that messes with their hormones. That messes
Oh,
with,
yeah.
like, fuck, man. Like, you don't. Yeah,
So you
if
got
you're
all
gonna
boy
cut off
dogs
dogs'
then?
nuts, yeah, shut the fuck up. Like, about me cutting off the ears, like,
Yeah.
that's a whole different story. So, um, but yeah, I definitely yeah, the females later on, after they've like gone through their cycle several times, had puppies, not then they will be spayed, but no, the males will never get neutered. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, but with those dogs, so we basically kept getting them, started breeding them. It's been a lot more work, hassle. It's super rewarding at times, but it's really like, it's made it so I can't really move. Um, I can't really do much besides. So we're gonna keep doing it. But we're gonna tone it down. So the dogs, but same thing. The dogs are all being sold. So they're not just given away or something. These dogs are all expensive and well bred, and yeah, pretty much top of the line. So yeah, they're definitely not just given
And
away.
are you training them too? I mean, you like, or I mean, in a way that, I mean, is that part of the, if somebody's going to buy a dog, there has to be certain, like, they have to have been brought up a certain way that where they're naturally trained to do certain things, or
No, no. I mean, so the guy that's getting one of the older pit bull puppies, so he's getting a fully trained dog. We're gonna do like a co-own. So basically, it'll be his dog, and all. Basically, it's gonna be his dog now. But when we can, but with the option of me to come in and breed it, and then we work out, and then that works out, to where when it has puppies, we can sell them, and it makes it good for both of us. But so it'll be his dog, but for breeding for me in the future if I choose. And so that dog is fully trained. She's good. She's crate trained. She's potty trained. She listens well. She's good to go. So it's actually fucking pretty nice because I've raised so many puppies over this last few years, and it's a lot of work.
I gotta get this cat came in. Oh, cat man. Cat man, dude. There he is. He comes in through the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's so you had eight dogs. 3 are going. You're still gonna have 5 dogs.
Yeah, there'll still be 5 here. I'm gonna probably find a home for the other. I want to do a co-own. She was my first pick off a litter. She's really big. She looks good. Same thing. I want to trying to do a co-own for her. Work out the same thing where someone can get a good dog, and we can figure it out later on if I choose to breed her. So
Yeah.
that'll leave me with 4 adults, which sounds crazy to some people, but will be incredibly easy for me at this point because they're good. They're trained. They do their own thing. I can 4 would be be insanely easy at this point.
So that's what you're looking for. If you could find a tenant that could basically take care of the dogs or something, then you'd be
Yeah,
free to do
I would
some.
like yeah, I would like to. So the tenant now that I have, she helps out a lot. But if she's gonna leave, um, so that person doesn't necessarily have to, because she's even offered to. She'll come stay at the house and watch the dogs when we leave, and she's handled a lot more than just the 4. So the 4 are pretty easy. But if I could find the right person, someone that I could bear to live with, and that would could deal with living with me, and stay in that room, and same thing, like, hey, I want to go to Mexico for 2 weeks. And then they can make sure that the dogs are fed, the stuff's handled. If there's anything that happens, it can be good. Or, I want to go to Thailand for a month. I want to do this, a couple days here, a couple days here. I need to be able to move a little bit better, to be more mobile, and do, just travel and do the other stuff I need to do instead of cleaning up dog shit and feeding dogs and doing all that stuff every day. So
Oh yeah. So you got you said you had some other podcasts lined up. You said Ninja Pipeline again, but also you had something else too, or
yeah, I've actually got so I started reaching out. I think I've got 6 scheduled. So I actually had 3 scheduled for today. One of the kids canceled, which is, that was another part of the morning that was kind of funny. And but so I have another one at noon, the guys, and but the I'll bring it up just because it's funny. So, and just to show like the difference of me in the morning before I go to the gym and after I go to the gym and just do all my stuff. So we're scheduled today for noon. That's why I wanted to get this one early as well.
yeah.
And I guess he's an autistic kid that's super into fitness. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And then I'm like, okay, verifying today. And he's like, no, you're not scheduled for today. I send him the stuff. I'm like, yeah, we are. Here's all the stuff that you sent. So he just continues to being autistic. He keeps telling me over and over that there was one thing that didn't get put in the calendar. So that doesn't, so basically just message after message, just trying to explain the process and why I'm on the schedule, but I'm not on the schedule. And so like before the gym, I'm like, fuck this kid. and then like after the gym, I'm like, I'm sure it's nice. I know what's going on. Like maybe I'll do it later, but
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Well, so no, that's I know that, yeah, that's another thing. So like I know that one of the things, because I kind of looked in like podcasting, because you know, it seems like it's better to be like regular uploading, and I'm not really. I usually kind of go gung ho for a while, and then I take a break. But like I said, yeah, at this point it's not too big. I really, I think around 100, that's when I'm gonna start. I'll try to like maybe do like a weekly thing or something. Um, but I think just the whole podcasting thing, it's like it's funny because I'll get some shit like, oh, that's what everybody's doing or something. It's like, I mean, or it's like, I'm not, it's just a cool way to, it's like a different style network. I mean, it's kind of like social media really, but it's just like social media got old. I feel like it's a new thing. I feel like it's gonna bounce into something else, whether it's some sort of like, I don't know, I just visualize these, I don't know, weird technological rooms or something, or like avatars or something that we're going to do. I don't know, like, I don't know I don't know what's going to come out of it, but I'm interested. So I mean, you're reaching out to people that you don't even know, or what? Yeah, what's your what are your views on podcasts? I like it, but I still am trying to find my place, is I guess my point, and I don't know where I'm going with it, and it's okay. I'm just gonna let it go where it's going, but I'd like to know kind of why you're interested in it, and
well, I mean, they've been like, I think when I first started, I think I found the first one, Joe Rogan, I think on accident, probably fucking years ago, you
yeah,
know, and I think the biggest thing, I started listening to him and then his guest, and it goes out. It's just the new medium of conversation. It's with everyone's sick of like the bullshit fucking news, all the, you know, all the stuff that's just jammed down your throat, where you can sit down and actually hear what someone thinks. Like you can see who someone is. Talk to someone for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. If you know, you take these little bits, even with social media, it's orated, it's narrated. It's
yeah,
little pieces, the best peoples of people's lives. You know, they put it out there. It's this, but you get to see who someone is in, you know, an hour and 2 hours and 3 hours. And but I would say for you, like just start banking them. But I would set a schedule, like
mhm,
every Monday, and then you, and same thing, you have to do it. You'll get better at it as it goes. Like I know a lot of the guys that have big podcasts, they do like 300 or something, and it's no one even listens. No one even listens. No one listens. No one listens. No one listens. And then they have a good one, and then people start, and then it's like they get 200 downloads, and then they get 5,000, and then that 5,000 turns into 50,000, and then, and that's the thing. And by the time you did the 300, you're fucking good at it. You're ready. You know, you're ready
yeah,
to. You're ready. You put in the work. You put in the time. You're ready to. You know, you're ready to do it. And so everyone's like, yeah, of course everyone's doing it. And you know what? Everyone's going to quit because they're not going to put in the time. They're not going to do it. They're not going to continue. Like, what's the worst case? You're going to have a bunch of conversations
yeah,
with with people. You're going to work out your thoughts. You're going to work out your stuff. You're going to get to know people better. Like, there's no negative. So
sure,
yeah, who gives
yeah,
a
yeah,
shit? Just
yeah, yeah.
keep at it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, no, no, cool. That, yeah, that's, I mean, yeah, I like having, yeah, I like having the conversations. I mean, yeah, it's funny because, I mean, I like having the conversations anyway, and then at the same time, I'm not. I think I don't want it to change the conversation like this, you know. I mean, really, and at this point, it's not really, because I'm seeing that there's not really anybody watching it or listening to it all the way through. Maybe here and there, you know, a few people. So it really is just like the conversations, and this is actually, yeah, what I mean. I remember having long conversations with you and anybody, you know, that the people I talk to anyway. So no, that's
That's
yeah,
good. Yeah. I mean, how many, I mean, when's the last time we sat down and talked, or just anybody? So it's
yeah,
like, set it up, you set the time, you have to do it. And it's, yeah, I don't see any negative. If one other person listens to it, or 1,000 people listen to it, or more,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's cool. So it's a
yeah,
net benefit. Yeah.
yeah. I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess I should just do a mono. It's funny too, because I've got a couple friends too that I'll do long ass text audio, you know, like they'll ask questions, I start typing them, it's just gonna be easier to do it. Audio, and then I'm like, wow, that was actually, sometimes I'm like, I'm impressed by myself. I'm like, wow, that was perfect. I was like, that should be a podcast. I should use it as that. And I probably have, yeah. So I've got shit to talk about. So I think I should just do a weekly one that's a monologue. And then if somebody wants to join me, or I want to do a live one too. Like I'm still kind of figure out and yeah, just do it live and then,
what you can do too, that's big with these conversations and big with social media and stuff, is you have these conversations and maybe 50, like you just said, 50 minutes of it is bullshit, is rambling, it isn't that good. But maybe like 10 minutes or 2 minutes, 30 seconds of it is a fucking gem, is something that's like, okay, you can take that clip, put it out there, and you know, put it online, help someone out, do something. And same thing, like it doesn't all have to be good right away, you know, even if it's, you know, just those little gems that come out here and there, those little, you know, pieces where it's like, you know, if 10 minutes of it's good, awesome. 5 minutes, whatever, you get one good thing out of it, and that works.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's another thing too, is actually afterwards I notice, or I mean, I just had a podcast the other day and just thinking about things, it's afterwards sometimes the thoughts kind of come together. So even if it never is actually produced during that conversation, it comes up later, which actually reminds me of our last conversation, our podcast. Well, and your answer as well as other people's answers helped me kind of hone in on the question I'm asking. So I'm going to re-ask you the question, but I'm going to I'll tell you what I remember you saying, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. And I want to so I was talking about like my psychology research and about like you know, more really what I'm doing out here. I'm like preparing for my death, and I want to have like this ideal death. And I asked you, you know, how you want to die, and I remember you said like, you know, like attacked by a bear or something, you know, or a knife fight or something, which, and then sometimes I get, and I mean, I think that's good. I think that's good to be able to, I mean, you obviously have no death anxiety, so that's nice. But I also, it made me wonder, like, does that mean, I mean, like that would be a cool way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But my question, and from that, your answer and a couple other people's answers, I realized that, like, let's just assume that you don't die that way, and you're getting old, and you're, you know, I think most people die of like organ failure. I mean, like if you know, I mean that's like that's the good way, the natural way to go. You know, not
your heart stops. Some
just
stops.
something stops at some point. So, I mean, is that so? Basically, would you want that, or would you? I guess the question is, do you actually want to die in a kind of an extreme thing, doing something extreme to the point where if you start getting old and thinking like, shit, I was kind of expecting like one of these things would have led to, you know, a kind of a thrilling death, and I'm getting old, and would you let yourself die of organ failure, or are you gonna no, fuck this, I'm doing something extreme?
No, I don't think I would offer myself up to a bear. But at the same time, you know, but maybe I get a little bit more bold as I'm getting. And same thing, as I get older and stuff, I'm still going to go in the woods with my bow. So maybe I get a little closer. Maybe I want to see, you know, like I'm not trying to do that, but maybe as you know, as it goes on, as the fear dissipates even more, maybe as you know, as reflexes slow down, you know, maybe push a little bit more, you know, so see how close you can get, you know. Like I had experience with a bear where I was like, it's funny because I was really close to the bear, and he was hiding behind a tree, and he was literally like glaring, like spitting, growling at me. And I'm like, and I'm trying to get him, but he's behind, so I can't get a good shot. And I'm
You've got
close.
a
I'm like,
crossbow. What?
no, not a crossbow,
Okay.
compound bow.
Okay.
And so, and I'm within range to where he could rush me and kill me, no problem.
Yeah.
But like in that moment, I really didn't have any fear. I had zero fear. Then and I think he knew that. That's probably why he didn't go after me. So then he ran up to a different spot. I tried to and I couldn't get a shot. And then only after did I realize, like, huh, I should have been, I should have been scared. Like I could have, but I mean, I really wasn't. So,
Yeah.
and that's happened. That's happened to me several times. I mean, I've had that. Like, I know. I remember one time riding a motorcycle. I was on my Ducati, and I was going super fast between a couple semis, and something happened, and like it didn't even phase me. I think the next day I was laying in bed, and I was like, "Oh fuck, man! I could have. That would have been an easy one to go. Like I could have easily gone right then." So I think there's been a lot of those times where stuff like that has happened, and I don't. Yeah, I don't want to go out like that. I'd rather the same thing go, but with that, I think it's more just a state of mind of like being ready to go. It's that old Lakota tribe crazy horse saying, like, today's a good day to die. So just have your shit in order, tell everyone you love them, be good, do what you can, and when it's your time, it's your time. So that's what it is, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. No, I mean, I think for me, those were always the things that did come up are yeah, not leaving anything behind. And those are physical and like psychological things, the resentment or regrets are obviously things you don't want to have. And then also the other one that's interesting though, for me, I think, um, like yeah, I don't want any, I actually would like to be alone. And although during my last years, I mean, I want to have family and stuff, but family, friends and stuff, actually, that's what I kind of want to do here is just have like a little gathering, people come by and talk. But like at the very moment, it seems like what's the point? Because you want to be disconnected. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want my life. There's no reason to have somebody near me, even if I think even for the people that think they would want that in the end, it might be like, I mean, you don't want your last thoughts to be like, hey, I'm gonna miss you or something.
Yeah, I don't think though. I remember you saying that, and I thought it was. I don't know if I follow along with that completely.
Okay.
I don't think I would want to be alone. Um, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I was curious why, like, they wouldn't if you do everything right. If you're in the right state of mind, if they're not like, if you're at peace, I think they would be at peace,
Yeah.
and I think it wouldn't be. I mean, I think it's a good lesson. I think it's, if you did it, if you show that you were fully at peace and like, say your son could sense that and he
Yeah.
could see how you went, I think that'd be a good lesson for him. I don't think it would be beneficial for you to be in the woods, or somewhere else. I
Yeah.
think it would
Well,
probably
it's
be
gonna be
good
on
for
my
both
land, so
of us.
I'm not gonna be that far away. But like, so yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, your body might
yeah,
be or whatever, but I think you would be taking something from them. You would be taking lessons, and it would be like maybe selfish to go out and be by yourself. I think your people would probably want to be with you. So
yeah. Well, no, because there's two things that make me. So I think about because the one time I went back to the States was when my dad died. I knew he was probably going to die, so I wanted to go back and see him, and I did. I got to see him, and then yeah, that actually kind of got me thinking this because I feel like you can kind of control your death. I feel like because he was gonna have his 75th birthday, and I was gonna be up there for his 75th birthday. And I feel like I feel like he went kind of to avoid that almost like I don't know. I feel like he could have stayed on for that, but he rather have not had that. It might have been just I start like as I saw him, I kind of felt like he wanted to. I was kind of having the feeling that he kind of wanted to just be like we had like a kind of a deep conversation, and then it was almost like yeah, we had a deep conversation before I left because we were in Pennsylvania, and then I went down to LA and I had to go to the embassy and Thai embassy and saw a friend there, and then I was coming up. But like I said, if it was almost good to leave it at that time because well, it would have been terrible if I went back, spent the birthday, gave him a hug, and then was going back to Thailand because then I would have given him a hug and no, hey, this is definitely the last hug I'm giving you. So in some ways, I don't know, it was kind of a sneaky thing for him to do. I was kind of like, oh, I should have stuck around a little longer. I mean, it was just another day. I feel like you could have held on if you wanted to, but in some ways, I think, and then afterwards, I was like, that was actually kind of maybe good to just do it like that. So there's that, and then there's now my mom. I don't know. I probably mentioned it last time, but her condition's gotten worse. I mean, as you know, as far as dementia goes, like she's less present, and it is difficult because um, she doesn't like every time I see her. So I'll go and see her every week, and I come with ice and gobble gobble. We go there, and she's always really excited to see me. She knows who I am, which of course at some point that's gonna stop. Um, but she doesn't realize that she just saw me a week ago. It feels like it's a long time. She doesn't quite exactly know where she's at. I mean, sometimes she doesn't even know she's in Thailand for sure. But I'll talk to her, and then she's kind of content. And I mean, I know I look at everything spiritual. I mean, I can look at it just hard science and just say, her cognitive processes are declining, and the brain just is deteriorating, basically because she is really physically strong and she's able to move and everything, so her brain is basically the organ that's going to fail in her case. And but I do like looking at things from a spiritual perspective, and I kind of look at it as like, wow, she's present, man. Like she is so present that, and I videotape these conversations just to show like one of my brothers and stuff, just keep them kind of updated. And she's happy, she's content. But I'll have a conversation that lasts for like 2 or 3 minutes, and I just kind of bring back the conversation to ask the same question that I had asked at the beginning of the conversation, like, do you know where you're at right now? And that's how the conversation started. Do you know where you're at? And she didn't, but then I tell her, and then she knows, she comprehends. It's not like she's not there. She's actually so present. She's understanding what I'm saying in this sentence, maybe the last sentence, and the next sentence she's there, and then within a couple minutes she'll forget where she was because that was earlier in the conversation. But at the whole time she's like present. So I mean, I look at her from like a Buddhist perspective. That's, I'm trying to attain that when I meditate. Just I've got so many things going through my mind that I'm not present. I'm trying to make myself present, and I'm not. I've never achieved what she has, and so I don't know. Is that? I mean, maybe I'm sugarcoating something that's difficult for me to go through, but I don't know. Any thoughts on
It's
that?
just, I mean, it is what it is, man. You can only, I mean, you can only deal with what's in front of you. I mean, she is where she's at, and yeah, I mean, it's cold as it may sound or whatever. It's just it is what it is. It's like, what else are you gonna do? So
Yeah.
that's cool. She's there. You're gonna see her. You're gonna do the best you can. Look at the bright side. She's present. She's strong. She's and she's a good, it's a good lesson for you too. Like, to look at that and just remember like that's and same thing, not to be like, not to worry yourself, but it's can be genetic too, in
Oh
like
yeah.
different stuff. So like, it's your lesson too. Like, be present now, because that could be you in
Yeah.
fucking, however many
Yeah.
years, and it goes fucking fast,
Oh
like,
yeah.
so that, yeah, like,
Yeah.
be
That
here,
is
now.
I mean, yeah, she is, or I am the age when I have like clear memories. My parents were kind of old when they had me. My dad was 34, she was 30 or something, and then so my I've memories. I mean, I remember that. Yeah, I remember their 40th birthday pretty clearly and stuff. So it was, I'm 42 now, so it's like I remember them. So that time period from it's I kind of was like one, to me that's a full like generation, like
Cycle.
living memory kind of. But like so it's funny because that is actually what I'm doing. I do look at the things that I think like that's, wow, I wish there's certain areas that I could prevent, and that's actually what I want to do on this land is like if I can create a pattern of living where I just kind of can go through the same cycles in a comfortable way. That's, I guess, the hardest part for her is that because she doesn't know exactly where she's at and she thinks she has stuff to do, I guess. So that's, I don't want to be in that position. The only thing I know, I'm like, I'm jinxing myself, but I know it's going to be my visa. If I can't, I got to get my residency here and stuff, because before then, because I know that I can already, I know I'm going to cause it. If I don't have that taken care of, I'm going to think that, and then even if it's taken care of, I'm always going to wonder, because I'm always going to wonder if, oh, did I do my visa this year or something like that. That's like,
Yeah.
that's my only stress right now in my life, really, is just like it's kind of bullshit. I mean, it shouldn't be, it's not really actually a big deal, but it's just like, if I didn't do it, if I missed something, then it would but at the same time, I think in the future, if I'm old and I have Thai family and stuff, I don't think they're gonna come and like deport me, and they'll be like, you've been living
Yeah,
here 40 years, like what are you
but
gonna do? Just, I mean, they could, but they're,
still though, I mean, as much as I love Thailand and the people and everything, I mean, and you probably know, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but uh, you're you'll always be a foreigner there.
oh yeah, that's there is,
And
some people
and
do get permanent residency, but it seems like a different,
they do, but
it's not, yeah,
you're not
you're
Thai.
still foreigner,
You're
yeah,
not Thai.
absolutely, yeah.
And so if something happens where people with not the best intentions can take some land from a foreigner, that
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that's a
Like if something
possibility.
happened to Ice and my son or something, I'm there. There's
Yeah,
nothing. I mean, that would be. That's like, I should I not think about that, but I feel like as long as my son is, I mean, he's Thai,
yeah, true.
he's not gonna let those kind of things happen. But yeah, if he wasn't around,
Yeah,
then I'd be screwed for sure. If he and if I outlived Ice or something, yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, so, but yeah, anyway, I do, it is a fun case study in a ways, like to see, like I try to look at myself, okay, if I am in that position, that my mom's going through, then I would like to create a land that's kind of, it's weird that these things are going in tandem with, I was doing this, it was part of my research that led me this way, but I was doing this when we were in Phuket, and we kind of had this idea to come out here, and it's kind of in real time developing this project that I'm doing out here to, but that's, I'm incorporating I want to have just this lifestyle that I can, like, I mean, because yeah, that's basically my days right now, is like when I walk around the land, I do different, I just kind of like tend to the land, do walkways and stuff. By that time, there'll be less like hard labor. I want to get all that done before I'm 60, kind of all the wheelbarrow and rocks and stuff like that. And then it'll just more like be pruning and stuff, and I can just like wander around and just repeat the same. Like, that's what I visualize. Like, yeah, till 60, I'm going to do hard work. From like 60 to 80 is when I'd be ready to, I don't really need to do that much, and I could continue living. But basically, if I make it that long, I just want to have a cycle that I just kind of repeat every day, but I enjoy. And it would be just wandering on my land, pruning the bushes, grabbing some fruit, eating, just making it as simple.
yeah. I would say I would try and work out. Yeah, not think of like 60 as an age like that you wouldn't be able to do hard shit. Like there's a lot of people. Yeah, same thing. Think when we were like 20, how old we thought 40 was or whatever. Like 60. And same thing when I see my dad and his friends for the last 10 years. Like he's in great shape. He still does a lot of stuff. He's got a couple friends like that. And I look at him, I look at a couple of friends, I'm like, fucking cool, man. They ski all the time, they're active, they do all this stuff. And then he has friends that look like they're gonna fucking die tomorrow. Like just the just putting in a little bit every day and really staying on it. like in keeping that strength up and doing that stuff, like you should be able to work way past that. Like
Yeah.
when I was in
Yeah.
the
I mean, like,
oldest, I was in the Atlas Mountains in Morocco, outside of Marrakesh, and there was we were on a kind of tour walking around. There was a guy out there who fucking looked amazing. They said he was like 100 plus or something, and they're
yeah,
like, he's just every day he's out there working, and
yeah,
he looked like very weathered, but just like very sinewy, strong. And they're like, he's outside working every day.
yeah,
Like he's the oldest living guy around here. It was fucking, it was impressive. And it's just like,
yeah,
he has a purpose, kind of what you're doing, you know, purpose,
yeah,
family, active, you know, nature, healthy.
yeah.
Fuck, you can do it full
Yeah,
out.
no, I definitely want to work. No, I want to work till I mean, yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I wouldn't mind dying in my boots type, like either. But even in that, I think I wouldn't want to like die in the middle of working. But I like to like, oh, here now's my time and sit down. I mean that would be cool to. I mean, I want to die outside either, uh, and just kind of yeah. I mean, I want to work, but like not. I mean, I'm doing like hard. I mean, it's like I don't know about wheelbarrow and rocks when I'm 80,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe I mean, hey, I've
Well,
been
same thing. You
now.
can, you know, hopefully you're good. You're teaching
Yeah,
and helping people, and they can come wheelbarrow for you. And
yeah,
maybe you
yeah,
have your son will be old enough to lift the heavier rocks,
yeah,
and
yeah,
maybe you'll have another or something. Shit, maybe by then he has one.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, you should have. If you do things right, you should probably have some help around. So.
Yeah, that's no, that's I mean, yeah, right now that's I love my rock walkways. I just could like that's what I do. I just buy it's so cheap. Like I mean, you know how stuff's out here. I mean, I get these. They're called tin wheel trucks. I mean, here that there's
Mhm.
they're dump truck basically, but they have like you can get one that's like 5 uh however big a front loader scoop or excavator,
Yeah,
whatever, and just big ass truck, big.
cubic yards or something. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, just big ass truckloads, for like three. I mean, nice river rocks, these white smooth river rocks. First, I get gravel, and that's only like those are only like it's only like 400 baht per kilo. It's like
400 baht.
per
That's crazy.
thing, and
Like,
it's right close to my house, so they don't even really charge you for the delivery or anything. And then if you get a whole bunch, I mean, it's like for like $100, I'm getting these, and then I mean, I'm just getting all these rocks. So I'm just making rock walkways right now. That's all I've been doing.
what's so I'm just curious, what's the conversion rate right now? Like from
It,
USD to Thai baht?
it's high. It's good. It's like 35 baht to the
Oh,
dollar.
35. That's impressive. I think the highest I've ever seen it out there was like 37. It was like 37 to
Yeah.
1. And I think the lowest was like 27 to 1.
Oh yeah, I
But
had 29 was
at one point,
for that. That's
at one point it was, yeah, at one point it was 27 to
but
1
now
when I was there. But
I don't even make dollars anymore. And now I'm making like uh well Chinese yuan basically. Sometimes I tell them
yeah.
pay me in baht. Sometimes they tell me pay
Hey,
me
I
yuan.
got to plug this in. I got to plug this in real
Okay.
quick
Yeah.
to make sure we don't lose anything.
Yeah, no, that was that's the the thing that's crazy is I mean that when people in America are complaining about inflation, that it's actually the dollar's worth more over here. And I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. It's like it seems like, and I don't feel like inflation's really hitting here that hard. There's been a little bit, so and basically America's just raking in more money because I mean, like on a global level, if there's that much inflation, everybody's probably their wages have probably gone up, but not gone up to account for inflation. But the point is the dollar's strong. Like the dollar actually gains strength in these times. So its purchasing power overseas is more, and a lot of things come from overseas. So it's weird to yeah, I mean it's weird how it works. I know the war, I mean basically, yeah, ever since soon the first invasion of Ukraine or something, it shot up, and then it went down for a little while, and then Gaza helped out a little bit. I mean, basically those make the dollar strong. I know that it's weird, but those, I know some people say, you know, I mean, you know, I mean, dollar's like a world reserve currency or something. So, you know, a lot of
That's
other
been, but a
countries
lot
are
of
going to
people.
buy the dollar. It's more stable or
It's
something. So.
true, but there's a. I mean, I'm not a economic expert or anything, but there's a lot of people, a lot of their countries that are trying to basically leave the dollar behind
Yeah,
and
yeah.
trade.
No,
And
I mean,
so
BRICS
there's
and everything. It seems like,
yeah,
uh,
there's
I
a lot of signs that people that it could get pretty bad, and overall, people are hurting pretty bad. Like the general consensus of everyone, like stuff is expensive, and a lot of people are struggling. Obviously, not everybody.
you're
Some
talking
people it
worldwide
doesn't.
or America, specifically.
America.
Oh,
Just
okay.
where I'm at with the general is that it's yeah, shit's expensive, man. Like
Yeah.
food's expensive, fuel's expensive. You know, so just the fuel to drive your vehicle. Like my truck is diesel's like $5.50 a gallon or something, and it's came down. So like, I mean, just people driving to work, driving back. Food's crazy expensive. Just to get like any kind of basic meal is $20. You know, like
Yeah.
groceries are expensive. To heat your house, to cool your house, to propane. Rent is just keeps going up. It's insane. Everything like it's definitely it's not looking good for a lot of people, and it could. I don't know if stuff's going to get fixed, but it's definitely getting to a tipping point where a lot of people aren't doing well, and some big changes definitely need to happen. So,
What kind of big changes are we talking about? Like, well, I know
I
there's,
mean, politically, mostly. So,
well, that's what I mean. It's hard to get like a real, like, I know what it, yeah, I mean, I know what it's, yeah, what it, well, of course, now as I know elections, shit's gonna get all crazy and divided and stuff. Do you see some, I mean, is it different? Like I feel it again, but there's, you know, there's, uh, just like, yeah, I mean, it feels like, I mean, I think it was like this before. I mean, so, but is it worse than ever in your lifetime? Like right
so,
now, it feels like
I
different.
mean, I feel like it's way different, but I think I'm also different in the way of I never paid attention to anything.
Yeah,
How I lived my life was like there's the rules and then there's me. I have my own rules. And yeah, I'll kind of follow some of those other rules, but like I make my own. Sometimes they interlap, sometimes they code. You know, sometimes they're aligned, sometimes they're not. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm not gonna do the shit that's gonna get me in a lot of trouble or whatever. But basically, fuck your rules. I don't care. I have my own. Like politician's a politician. You guys do your thing. I'm gonna do mine, and I don't give a shit. Like I'm not gonna pay attention. To where like COVID, the rule that COVID is what really changed things for me. It just the like I feel like I was kind of at a point like the rules and stuff is too much, but it's I mean selfishly it doesn't really affect me that much because I'm gonna do my own thing anyways.
yeah,
But with the like insane restrictions, what happened with insane stuff with the economy, with the agenda, with everything, like it's insane and it's fucking bad. So now I'm paying attention to where I
yeah,
never paid attention before because it got to the point where like I could follow my own rules and it didn't really affect me. But like now it's gotten to the point like where this shit affects me and it affected me a lot during COVID. Like I had to give up a lot to not follow along with the bullshit. And I still have to give up a lot. And it's still like it's just gotten to the point for me, like it's too much. So where, yeah, some serious changes have to be made. And if it's someone like me that didn't give a shit, that never followed politics, didn't care, and now it's a pretty serious issue for me, and it's greatly affecting. I think if we don't make some serious changes and fix shit, we could have some real serious issues here, like extreme serious issues. I mean, there's fucking wars popping off. We got basically invasions at the border. People are hurting. School system's horrible. Fucking like people are just fucking lost, angry,
Yeah.
mad. The
Yeah.
fucking, you know, they're all fucking, you know, it's just all the shit. I look at it like, am I fucking insane or is everyone else? Like, how could everyone follow along with these rules? How could everyone not see what fucking bullshit and the propaganda and just everything is like the just complete destruction of basically of the United States and what's going on. It's insane that this stuff can continue to happen.
Yeah. I mean, that's like what if shit went down. I mean, I play out a couple scenarios. Like it would be um internal people, or it'd be because of a government crackdown, and then people revolt against government, or it's within factions of civilization, and you know what I mean? Like it.
I think
What would be the?
I mean, it's kind of both, and
Yeah.
that's it could be. I mean, people are super divided for sure, and but that's what I think. Like this, I think 2024 is going to be a crazy fucking year. Like
Yeah.
the people that have gotten power have gotten obviously they don't even give a shit anymore. It's just
Yeah.
like we're going to do what we want and stuff. I mean, they're taking you know, they're taking people off the ballot. They're even trying to put into stuff in regards where if Trump gets elected, that they can use the government to take him out of just what they did to Bolsonaro in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like
No,
you
it
can't,
literally.
like you can't do this no matter what. If you like Trump or not,
Yeah.
like you can't. Like these people have been like the just insane incompetency, just crookedness, just absolute, just lack of any moral compass, just a lack of regard for everybody it's just insane that like it's even gotten to this fucking point. And
Yeah.
it needs serious fixing. It needs to, yeah, there's so much. It needs to be basically torn down and almost rebuilt.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. That's see, yeah, that's how I was kind of seeing it, because if I remember correctly, yeah, I don't think you, I'm pretty sure you didn't like Trump before, and I never really did, but I see that I'm just like, but I don't see how, like, I don't see how they'd let, even though it looks like right now he's going to be the nominee on the Republican, and they've thrown everything to stop that. I mean, I don't think they were expecting to get this high, and that's just building more momentum. Then I heard they're going to do the shit they say is that they're worried about him using, like, they don't want to give him control of the military or something, so they're going to try. And it's just so weird. It's like right now the administration is just off the hinges on with using the military, and I'm just thinking like, yeah, what is, but if it doesn't happen, I mean, if they're able to, yeah, it seems like a crash course. They're either going to prevent him from becoming president, and I don't really care about Trump, but I'm just like, I don't want this current administration to hold it, and who knows, it's Biden or something, and then they're if it if they're able to hold it, then it's just gonna be the same bullshit. It's just gonna be cracking down this slow little squeeze. And if Trump gets it, something's big's gonna happen. It seems like, and
Yeah,
they'll,
no, I hope with every, I hope he gets in. I don't think he's going to get in. I think they're going to try and kill that motherfucker. There's
yeah,
no way they're going to let him because they know what's going to happen if he gets in. And same thing. I remember when he first ran, and like
yeah,
I remember I read when I was in college for business. I read Trump's books in 2000 or early 2000s. Like he was the guy from the TV show. He was whatever. He has his funny hair and stuff, and like And then I remember when he was running for president, I mean, the first time, I hoped he won. But my hope that he won was because to show that it was just silly, that like the system's kind of broken, that like this reality TV show guy is going to win. Like he wins, like, okay, everybody, like, okay, this guy won, like, let's get it together. But then he won and he did a good job. Okay. And then to counteract him, they brought in the most incompetent, worst, corrupt fucking people that have ever been in office. And then now they're doing everything they can to prevent him from coming back. And like the more and more they do, it just shows the power that he has, and it makes people like him more.
Yeah.
And like even though he might not be perfect, he might not like there's a lot of shit that's not good, but for right now, he's 100% the best person. He's the best person to get in, hopefully fuck shit up, and then have the next person come in after and stuff, because he's the only one that's probably got the balls to really like handle shit. And because and what's good and bad, because they're going to do everything to prevent him, because if he gets in, now they've opened the door. It's like it's like rules of engagement. It's now what they've done to him, he's going to be able to do back to the, like, it's just setting the precedent.
Exactly. That's
no
the
way.
bad thing. I don't see how that's going to end. The whole going after political opponents and weaponizing this and that. I mean, I feel like the whole, like you said, I mean, it has to be like reconfigured. No matter who has power now, we're just
no. There has to be objective rules. There has to be objective truth. You can't, like, if they're playing a game, like, there has to be rules in this. So you can't, like, you can't do those things. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is, you know. And if there's not set rules that people can believe in, that they can believe in and abide by, it takes legit. It just destroys everything. You can't have like, fuck. I mean, look at it. You can't, like, that guy fucking shits his pants on fucking TV. Like, that guy can't put together a fucking coherent sentence to save his life. Like, he's like, he's a walking fucking dead man. He's not a person. Like, he's a guy that you would see at your mom's, like,
absolutely
home.
And that's the thing.
You would see him there and you'd be like, hey Joe, and you know, and if he was there, you'd be like, oh, like, you'd probably say hi and remind him what he said and whatever. And now he's literally legitimately in charge of, I mean, he's obviously not in charge. Other people are telling him what the fuck to do. But like, there's no way. He should be in a fucking home in Thailand or wherever it is, like, living out his fucking life, not being in charge, and telling and just even if he's not even doing anything or saying anything, because obviously he's not. Like, he's a figurehead. He's a symbol. Like, he's supposed to be. Even though Obama, as good as a speaker as he was, as good as like he was a fucking good orator. He looked the part. Like, he looked and spoke like someone that should be in charge. What he did, maybe not, or definitely not. But fucking come on, dude. At least have someone, like, they don't even have to be like aligned with me or like, but they got to be like at least somewhat competent, smart, like something, put together a sentence, like, not like, it's fucking insane.
It is. It's fucking. So I mean, I'm over here. So if it's gonna be a fun shit show to watch from here. You're in a pretty good place, and everything. But I mean, like, well, I mean, what kind of I mean, you've still got friends, family in different places. I mean, like, how would it? I mean, how's it gonna go down? Basically, I mean, like, it doesn't seem like you'd be that affected if shit's just going crazy. You got your dogs, you got your gun, you got your silos of meat, dehydrated meat.
I mean, it depends. I mean, how bad, like, how bad is stuff gonna get? Like, does it, and where would people be most affected? Like, I'm better than most, but for how long? Like, how long could stuff really go on? How long before the chaos? I mean, I remember when I was living in when I was living in San Diego. I lived in a super nice area up in La Costa in Carlsbad, and the power went out one day for 12 hours. People were fist fighting over water at the grocery store. Like people were
Yeah.
losing their fucking minds. Like
Yeah.
these are like the civilized, well off fucking people. Half a day.
Yeah.
Like turn the power off, turn the lights off, turn the internet off, create some chaos. Like how fast like society will devolve into fucking chaos, and like the stuff that ensue when people start getting like hungry, that all the people that don't know, they don't have food, they don't have stuff, they got to feed their fucking kids, they got to do this, like, you know, there could be some fucking craziness happening. So most definitely. And they could easily, you know, they're going to do everything to probably keep him out of the fucking office. So they got to start a war. If they got to start this, they got to start that, because if he gets in and starts doing shit, you know, a lot of them should be hung for treason. A lot of them should be held accountable. Like their money
Absolutely.
needs to be taken. The same thing. All these fucking people, they go in and they have a job that pays $100,000 a year, and they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Like it doesn't. It's a position of service. It's a position to, you know, to basically to give back, to serve. It's not a position to have hundreds of millions of dollars and fly around in jets and then tell people they need electric cars and they need to fucking turn off their AC and they need to stop eating meat and whatever else the bullshit that they say and do. Like as they're stealing money, as they send it out to Ukraine and then it comes back, and but their kids are all on the board, and you know it's just out there now. It's not even like hidden. It's like, fuck you, we do what we want, you're not going to do anything, you guys are fucking peasants, we're the ruling class, like eat crickets, you know, fuck you, we're going to do what we want.
So I mean, so I see. I feel that, is that not? I mean, that's much more the consensus than it was before, right? I mean, I mean, at some point, the majority, I think we're close to the majority of people realizing. I mean, I know there's still a lot of people that are buying into it, and it's kind of that like cognitive dissonance of like, or there's another term for like the people that get like hoaxed into these the not like false prophet or something, where you know they get them in these cults, you know, the cult, there's a term for like that cult minded, where like they duped you, they took all your money, and then they, you know, you wake up and that person's gone, and but they'll still in their mind be telling you like, no, 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 maybe it's all gonna work out, and it's so hard to like face the fact. And all these things, which is crazy, is like, I think you too are, we were never really, we weren't like Republican or like conservative, had a lot of liberal views, more like these freedoms that and like I had always been like really negative against the like pharmaceutical, all my papers, like I have all this published paper on, you know, before COVID that was focused on the issues of just, I usually refer to just as the medical establishment. And then like recently, I know it's become kind of almost trendy, and there are some people who, when they hear that, they block it off, but it seems like a lot more people have kind of recognized like, oh, okay, actually that's true. I know it's hard for some people to admit it because they had talked bad about it, or they associated it with like right-wing conspiracy theory, when really it's uh kind of, I think it's kind of put a lot, it brought a lot of people together. Again, I'm not there on the ground, but I just feel like, isn't it the majority of people are
I think
like,
I mean, it's growing. It's more and more. It's because it's so much stuff that's happened over the years, with the fact of like people. I mean, one thing too, like people are busy. Dude, people are fucking distracted. They
yeah,
don't. They're just trying to like live their life. And same thing. It's still as bad as it is, it's still pretty fucking good here. So people are comfortable. They can drive through, they can get their food, they can have their Netflix. Like people are still comfortable enough where they don't want to rock the boat. They also, most people are nice. They don't want to offend people.
Mhm.
They don't want to do stuff. And the big thing with the internet and what's happened, and especially it's been exposed, is you have to think about like uh, what it took to kind of earn respect and push a narrative in the past and have this group thing was a different mindset of like, and so all these fucking beta fuck nerds basically spent their time like they're the internet. They're the people that have the control over these platforms. And so them being who they are, and then they like prop up this like they think that, so everyone thinks that there's much more numbers behind the people pushing this other stuff. So it's like it makes it seem when you're on the internet that like, oh fuck, well maybe I'm the minority because all the main, everyone gets their information from Facebook, from Instagram, from all this stuff. But they literally, and I've seen it time and time again, and it's even happened to me, and I don't even have a platform hardly with friends. Like if you go against them, if you say stuff, they basically will delete your account. They'll flag your account. They'll shadow ban your account. Like the stuff that they do is insane. So, and then they have all these stuff that like, they just push up the different people to make everyone believe that there's a lot of people behind them, but there's not.
Yeah.
There's really not a lot of people that are believing in this bullshit that are behind it. Like contrary to what the internet looks like,
Yeah.
and certain things, it like there's a lot more people that are definitely the other way and believe in it, and that people just need to like grow some fucking balls and do it. There was so many times like during COVID, like I refused to wear a mask. I refused a lot of it. Like I gave up so much to not do that. And I would like with the but to be fully honest, I did wear a mask a few times. Like when I flew to different countries and I do stuff, like I felt like I had to. And like it's like fuck, I need to be on this plane. Like, you know, as the most of the time too, if I have a first class ticket or business class, I take it off. They don't give a shit. Occasionally, I'd have some rude ass bitch like, put your mask on, put your mask on. Like, fine, I'm gonna put a mask on because I want to get kicked off this flight. You know, occasionally if I had to get food at a grocery store to check out, but most of the time, like I refused it more than anyone I knew, and I would fight everyone on it constantly. But it was always like like I would go into a place and I wouldn't wear a mask, and people all the time would come up to me. They'd be like, "Thank you," but they'd be wearing a fucking mask.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
yeah.
"Dude, what? Thank me." Like, no, I'm with you. But then they're wearing a mask. Like, fuck you. If you're with me, take it off. Like, stop. You know what would happen at this grocery store? If like, yeah, they keep telling me to put on my mask. I'm about to get kicked out. But if 10 other people at this store didn't have a mask on, they wouldn't say shit. And like, I even had I was in Wyoming, and I was there was less people there, but in the lobby at the hotel where we were staying, you're supposed to wear a mask. I was the only one not wearing a mask. I walk up, and this old guy, he comes up to me and he's like, "Yeah, fuck that." And he takes off his mask. He's like, "I was in Vietnam. I was a sheriff for 20 years. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. Thank you." It's like, So I think people just need to like stand up and be like, "No, fuck you, man. We're not doing this. There's no fucking way."
And that actually gets that has a lot to do with this. I think that's kind of some motivation behind the podcast too, is because everybody I talk to, I do feel like, I mean, most of my friends more so. I mean, most people do feel that way, and I think that's what I think. I mean, I feel like, again, I mean, there's so many people I actually have no connection. We do create our own circles and like-minded, more than not. But yeah, it seems like everybody's like, let's say what's up to, for everyone else that is kind of wondering or something, because that is the to me the consensus is like shit's getting out of hand.
Yeah, it's way out of hand. And it's hard. Like, that's kind of why I got to pull Layla out of school. Like just the shit. Like I want her to have the friends, the structure's good. Like she's bounced around a lot, but it hurt. Like I just know better. I'm exposed to like I can't keep like I can't be a part of the bullshit anymore. You know, like I just can't do it. It's just like, and you have to, you know, you have to sacrifice and suffer because it's that comfort. Like, oh, I'll just do a little bit. I'll just do a
Yeah.
little bit, and then it gets to the point. Like people all the time, I'd be with people like, dude, just put it on. Don't cause anything. Like, no, like
Yeah.
I'm not like in so many. I had a lot of friends too. Like they didn't want to get the vaccine, but you know, but I want to get this job, or I want to like, oh, I need it for travel. I need to do this. Like I might as well like nah, dude. You got to just yeah. You know what's right. You just got to fucking you got to do it. You got to pay the cost. And yeah, man, too many people just yeah. I think people are still a little bit too comfortable. They're just not willing to pay the cost yet. And I think it's getting though. It's getting to the point. You know, people are definitely waking up, and it's going to be a. I think it's going to be a pretty insane year. I think
Yeah.
with what goes down.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it from out here, and I do, I wonder how it's going to be a big. I mean, America is obviously a, you know, a large part of the world, but I mean, we're going to find out how much it affects the world. Is going to like, I mean, I wonder your thoughts. I mean, two things. Thailand, I feel like is going to not going to. I don't feel like it would affect it that much. Well, at least out here, because we're kind of like, I mean, everything's really localized. You know, you pretty much there's no real like oversight. In Bangkok is it's all like centralized power, and out here it doesn't really trickle that far. You know, it's just pretty much local. You know, you know deal with local and law enforcement. If anything goes down, you know, you can take care of it that way. Uh, but like, I mean, but I do wonder. I mean, like, is I have mixed feelings on like America's place in the world. Like, are you know, there's a lot of bad things that America has done as far as just, you know, fucking with other countries and stuff in their politics and in their government. But at the same time, is it holding it together? Kind of like Saddam Hussein was actually kind of good for the region and stability, maybe as terrible as things he did. Is like, but you let is it gonna cause you know, like people are gonna get screwed no matter what. And if is it this is it a force that is actually holding, because if you look at like the history of humanity and stuff, I mean, I'd say, you know, wars and atrocities, you know, have always been going on, and we're actually in a pretty good time. And I know there's shit going down like in Africa and things like all the time, just horrific stuff that we don't really know about. But I almost think like if for instance there were just shit went down in America, either some sort of a military coup or civil war or multi groups fighting, would it just turn the whole world? Would the world care? Basically, would the world be? I'm wondering what the world will look at it, if they'll be like relieved and okay, it's about time we're free, or is it going to just be like there's going to be some authoritarian uh or other countries are going to be like, hey, this is our chance to start taking over other countries, and it could be just a uh,
Yeah, it probably will. It'll probably be like a big power grab. It's like down in Mexico when
yeah,
the head cartel gets taken out. You know what happens? Fucking chaos ensues because all the other ones, and there's a lot of countries that
temporary chaos and then reshuffling, or
then there. I mean, there always has to be the you know the big dog, and obviously you want to be the one that's in control to control the narrative more.
yeah,
But I think there's a lot of people that have been waiting and trying, and I think China has been playing the long game. Um,
yeah,
they're smart. They think differently. They think of you know, in America, people think of themselves as individuals. You know, China, they think of a nation, think of as one. They've been doing a lot of stuff for a long time.
oh yeah, yeah,
Try and kind of diminish that. I mean, there's an insane amount of people just walking across the border constantly,
yeah, that,
like a serious invasion that they're doing. You
yeah,
know,
that's
and
gonna
it's not
play
just
in. Dude,
It's it's
weird.
not just like
That's weird, man.
it's not poor families from Mexico coming here to
Yeah,
work
yeah.
hard and have
Well,
a better life.
it's not even
It's
Mexican. It's everybody in
no,
the world,
no,
right?
it's insane. So I mean, we could legitimately have armies from other countries building here right now and ready to go. And
Yeah. I mean, and it wouldn't even take that many people to cause massive havoc, like power grid. I mean, 8-man, 16-man team of, could take out a power grid easily, right? I mean, uh, it wouldn't take like I mean, militants actually like building an army, which, yeah, I guess they could actually be doing that, but I'm just thinking of these like little special
it
op teams.
depends.
Take like
No, yeah, it depends on how well
field
they're
team
trained.
type.
Like,
I mean, like, and they all come in at different times, so they're not coming in a group.
yeah,
Small teams of 10, 20, 30 people that are all get in, and then they just coordinate some.
yeah, they've been buying up. Like China's been buying up land here, buildings here. They own tons of places close to military bases. They've got like they come in, buy land close to military bases, and build communications bases to like do this stuff. There's so many people that know so much more than me that are dialed into that are like
Yeah,
basically the stuff that's allowed, it should never be allowed. It's like, in Thailand, they don't let foreigners buy land. They don't. Like, so with you, because your wife, with your family, like same thing, but you can't just come in and exploit the people. Like, same
yeah,
thing. It's 37-1 with the dollars. So how fair would it for me? Like, okay, I've got a bunch of American money. I'm gonna go buy the fucking, like, fuck you, you people. Fuck the people that have lived here forever. I'm gonna come in and buy the shit because I have more money.
yeah,
Like, same thing here. China shouldn't be able to own anything. Like, I
yeah.
think we
You
should
can't.
take it all back. Like, if you're Chinese American, own whatever you want.
Yeah,
But if you're Chinese, you're not American. Like, fuck you, take it back. Too bad. Like, same thing. It happened in, like, one of my favorite cities in the world is Vancouver, Canada. So it got rated the best place to live, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe longer now. Guess what happened? All these people from Russia and China came in and bought up the whole fucking city. Now you can't buy a sliver of land for fucking less than $1 million. So same thing. Everybody that's lived there, all the stuff, like you can't, like you can't let people, you have to protect your own. You have to take care of your own. Like you can't let these outside fucking countries come in and just bob everything,
yeah,
especially like China with their ulterior motives. Like I can understand maybe a rich Chinese guy, let him get a house and fucking, on the beach or something here and there, like whatever. But like big swaths of land next to military bases, communication, like the stuff's insane. Like, yeah, like basically, yeah, fuck you, take it back. They would do it to us.
yeah. It doesn't seem. Uh, yeah, it doesn't seem good, man. It doesn't seem like that. I don't see how they can play out. Well, I mean, yeah, like you said, and if so, like, yeah, let's say Trump comes to power and or anybody would actually try to do that, that would be like the catalyst that would I mean, it's like, it seems like it's already it's brewing. It's too late.
I mean, look at when Trump was in power, he actually like calmed everything down. He had
no,
good
that's true
relations.
though. Yeah,
There was
that
nothing going on with. He was good with South Korea. He was good with Russia. He was stuff. All the
yeah.
like
Oh yeah,
these
yeah.
like anti, supposedly, and they're like funding wars or starting wars. Like same thing when we were kids. Like who was anti-war? Who was anti-vaccine? Who was like it was
Yeah.
all the fucking hippies and
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah.
liberals, almost like they weren't vaccinating their kids.
Yeah, no, I
They
mean,
were
even
against
just
wars. They were doing
2016,
stuff.
like when I voted for Jill
Yeah,
Stein, Green Party, she was like that's like anti-vax. People didn't even realize vax. Like I've been
yeah,
reading about vaccines for a long time, and there are some like attenuated vaccines that are like are actually reasonable, but some of these there's a lot that are they're not actually that where you're using like dead cells and mercury or something. It's not
yeah.
to like to create an immune response, and then like those ones aren't good at all. And that was there's like Green Party hippie shit just in
Yeah.
2016.
Now,
It wasn't even that long ago. And all of a sudden
yeah,
I'm saying the same thing. And I luckily I actually have, because every once in a while someone will say, oh, you're just you're influenced by this right-wing media shit. I'm like, I published this paper in 2018 and it looked like it wasn't conservative then even. And it was literally yeah, Trump just said one thing and then they just jumped on it and it swapped out. It switched.
Now right wing is don't start wars in other countries. Don't take experimental medicines.
Yeah.
Like take care of yourself, like now right wing is all the is all that stuff that was so like we don't want the government in our personal lives. We don't want this. That's a right wing thing now.
Yeah.
Like it used to, like we don't want, like, leave us alone. We don't. Now it's like, tell me what to do, give me money, shoot me up with drugs, give me all your rules, your regulations, because I'm a fucking idiot and I can't take care of myself. Now that's what that is. Like,
yeah.
It's
I wonder how much is I do try to look at things also from a like as time goes on, if you think about it, like literally the word like liberal or progressive and conservative, it's like conservative, you want things to stay the same, and liberal is you want change. So in a sense, it could reflect our age too. If we think back when we were younger, the older people were more conservative and they wanted to like keep things the same. It's like we are actually trying to conserve our liberal values or something, or we so it's like in some way when you get older you get conservative, and I wonder how. But again, I think like this definitely seems different than it was in the past. But I just have to remember like the things that I thought of an older conservative people, and they look at me, because I had purple hair and I like to do drugs and
But same thing that, like, so yeah, you were purple hair when you were a teenager because you were fucking wild and you didn't follow the rules. Now get who has purple hair now? Some fucking dumb fat bitch that fucking that wants to that has 3 masks on, that's following all the rules, that wants help from the government, that's fucking mad about everything, that wants people punished, that wants like all this stuff. Like purple hair as a teenager, those were like the punk rock kids, fucking wild, doing stuff, anti-authority. Now it's like, give me all your authority, tell me what to do. Like, yeah, it's the most ridiculous fucking people ever. And it's like the weakest people too. It's just like, yeah, I don't know like why they think or anyone listens to these people. If you see them, they're just like the most out of shape, weak-minded follower, like have not built anything, have not done anything, have not they offer nothing. Like it's just it's insane that anyone's listening to them. Like yeah, people, whatever, you're different, be kind to everyone, but like you have to, you're not special because you're fucking gay. You're not special because like anything. You have to actually do something to become special. Like your sexuality doesn't define you. Your like whatever, all your bullshit doesn't define you. Like be a good person, do something, like shut the fuck up and just, yeah, I'm just so fucking sick of those people, and why anyone, like you just look at them and it's like, why would anyone fucking listen to you? Like they just don't, you have no place to talk. Like
yeah no, I think no, yeah, right, it's so obvious. It's like I feel like if shit goes down, they're gonna lose, right? It would it would
can't.
it would I think it would, a lot of people would come out of the woodworks that maybe have been just laying low, trying to not cause any trouble. If they had to pick sides, if shit goes down and people have to choose sides, I think like then that's when you're gonna see how many people actually are in line with like this is bullshit. And yeah, once they're out of their comfort, once shit goes down, I think it's gonna be
because there's a different thing. So now there's a rule. Same thing. These people like me, it's like we want to be nice. Like I respect my life. Like leave me alone. Let me do what I don't want issues or problems. But it's like, say those rules are taken away, and like what's protecting these people from this other set of people? These are the weakest, saddest, most unprepared people that could possibly be.
Yeah.
They're completely inept and incompetent in basically everything. So right now they can get on the internet, they can be places, they can yell, they can scream, they can cry, they can like sit in front of cars and glue their hands to fucking shit. But take away that like line of people not being able to do anything, like then try and yell in someone's face, then try and like lay in the road underneath the car, then try and tell someone what to do. Like it's not going to end well. Like you haven't earned the right to do any of that. You're not confident enough. You haven't like you didn't you haven't trained your whole life. You haven't ate right, you haven't read, you haven't fucking educated yourself. You don't know, you don't even like weapons. You like the government to have them, you don't like the people that have them. Like what the fuck do you think you're going to do? Like what are you going to do with that fucking mask and your Prius and your fucking purple hair? Like you're not going to do shit. Like there's no fucking way. Like yeah, these fucking I'm so sick of these fucking people. It's insane where I didn't even care. Like I never cared. Now I see someone with a mask on, I want to fucking punch him in the face every fucking time. Like I swear to God, like
It
these
is
like
stupid,
I'm
right?
just
Driving
so
down the
fucking sick.
road with a mask on, and it's
In their fucking car. It's fucking insane to me. Even stuff like I have to kind of like same thing, check myself sometimes. Like I don't want to be angry all the time. I don't want to be glaring at these people. Like even there's stuff that's been just like pushed so fucking hard with like gay people, this whole LGBT fucking alphabet crew shit. Like just be fucking gay, be whatever, be fucking cool. Like I don't want to see a fucking rainbow flag anymore. Like I'm the last person to give a shit who you fuck. But because it's so pushed down everyone's throat, and it's so like, and now it's been hijacked with all this other bullshit. Like I don't want to see your fucking flag. Like fuck your flag. Like now you can take that flag and fucking roll it up in your mask and fucking shove it up your ass as well.
yeah, it's funny. Like every gay person I know is actually like anti that too. I mean, they're conservative now. Like it's funny. Like if you're gay, regular gay, it seems like you're conservative. Like just regular dude that likes to fuck dudes. Like not anything.
Yeah.
It's like
Fine,
that's
be
actually a
fucking cool.
conservative
Like,
thing. That's yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a famous one. He's written a couple books that I've read. Super, his name's Douglas Murray. He's very
Okay.
well spoken, really good writer. He's a gay dude,
Yeah.
but they tell him he needs to shut the fuck up because he's still a white male. So
Yeah.
because he's gay, but so it's like a math
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
So the white male plus gay, it evens itself out. So he's still the fucking right wing
If you're white,
conservative asshole. Like, but no, he's a fucking he's a fucking he's a fucking genius, dude. He's amazing, and he doesn't give a fuck either. So he's got that like old school. Probably he's a little bit older. Like he probably actually had to deal with some like diversity in his life. He probably got picked on for being gay. It wasn't cool when he was a kid. It wasn't like the trendy thing to do. It was actually like he probably got teased, and he doesn't give a fuck. And that's him. And he's done something. He's well educated, well spoken, written books, fucking puts his time in overseas, like legit fucking solid badass dude. Like
yeah, that's fucking there it is.
Get off on one for a minute.
Yeah. No, that's yeah. Oh yeah, dude. So what time is it now? We got what?
Yeah. Oh, let's say where do you want to go from here?
No, anyway, I mean, I've got time. If you got time, you're doing another one in a bit, or what you got planned for today?
I got that one at noon. I need to go back to the gym because I didn't finish my workout. Besides that, just dog stuff with Layla. Probably work on the property, live outside. So.
All right, give me how much time you got left so we can, so I got a good time frame and we'll
How much time you want?
okay.
But let me go use the restroom real quick. No,
All right, I'll push pause. I will too.
Okay, cool.
All right. And boom. Yeah, no, I saw some well, I saw you posted something about, I think it's like 9 days in, you got some New Year's resolution or something, or some
So
bet with people or something about like working out every day for all month long or all year long. What I mean, you've always been a workout kind of guy, but
yeah, no, it wasn't something like that. So it just showed like, I just wanted to show how fast, if you do things right, you can like get to where you're at. And to be fair, a lot of people have hit me up and like, oh, dude, how can I do that in 9 days? Like, you can't. You fucking can't. I can, because I've been doing this for 25 years. And in like, I can change my body fast. Like, I've fought at different weight classes. I've done different, like I've done every diet. I've done everything. So when you see that first picture, that's me slacking for 2 weeks, and then doing everything absolutely perfect for 9 days. So I know how to do things extreme. I can change my, just to show like how fast I can make a big change. Like if you're starting from square one, you can't do that. You're not.
Yeah.
But like, but still, if you do everything perfect, you can do it a lot faster. So like, if you, after all the years of and all the stuff I've learned to like the dramatic changes just by doing things absolutely perfect without like skipping one step. That's just what I wanted to kind of show.
You're saying you're going back to the gym to finish a workout? Is that you always break it up, or
no?
You're working out twice a day, or you just have a certain plan that you got to get done, and if you have to break it up, you do. But
so because I couldn't find my truck key this morning.
Yeah.
So it took me like 30 minutes to figure out where I left it, and I don't know where the other one is. So I was running behind. Then by the time I get to the gym and talking to that other kid about the podcast, and I got like half the workout in, I was trying to push it back, and I was like, no, I set this time. I just need to go home and get it done. So I did some of the workout, but yeah, I got to go finish it. So I got to like, same thing. I have to work out every day. I just like, so it's not like physically you can actually build more muscle by taking days off, but mentally I have to. Like if I don't do it, it's just like there's something in me that just builds. I have to expel that energy.
Yeah.
If I don't, I'm a fucking asshole. Like
if
like I go a couple days without the gym, I might tear you out of that Prius with that mask on if you give me the chance. Like if I go to the gym every day, then I can let that person drive by and I can maybe even smile at them and just think like, poor you, like it sucks to be you. Have a good day. I'm good. As opposed to like, don't look at me wrong. I'll fucking tear you out of that car and fucking shove that mask fucking down your throat, kind of day. So
no, I've been trying to. I've been pretty good. 5 days a week, doing it in the morning. My morning is like 9. My wife and kids sleep till like noon, so I got like 3 hours. I do a whole routine. I do like I'll do meditation and stretches and breathing exercises, some like Wim Hof stuff, and then I'll do my like, I don't have that much. I either just do like push-ups and like leg lifts and neck lifts, or then biceps and calves, and then shoulders and squats. I don't have dumbbells. I don't have anything to pull. I need to get some more.
Sure, you got a tree, dude. You got to.
Yeah, I do some. I do some like I do like some tree stuff and like laying on my back, like doing pull-ups, kind of like a push-up thing and stuff. But like, and I like it. And then I do the wheelbarrow, and I actually like it. And I'm moving rocks and stuff. But like,
but I put in
what? Yeah,
I'm sure you find someone, dude. Tie ingenuity and resourcefulness out there. Find some guy that knows how to weld.
Yeah.
Put some like put in like a cool little pull-up, like a workout area, and you could do it for your son too. Like where you can
Yeah.
work out on. He'll see you do it, like where he can climb and be strong and stuff. You could set up something pretty cheap.
Yeah,
For sure.
he's getting it. Yeah, he actually he likes it. He'll come in my little, I have like a little sala that I do the workout in, and he comes in and likes to do stuff. I'm not really pushing him to do it, but just trying to get him to kind of like it and do.
Just show him. Just show him you do it. He'll follow
Yeah.
along, dude.
Yeah,
He'll be
that's
like
it.
that dog.
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
leader.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That just dog, man. Is she in here even? No, she's not. She's usually in here. Um, um, but yeah, dude, that's yeah. No, you've always. I mean, I always think I could probably work out more, and I could have worked out more, like in training. As a fighter, it's like, I mean, I was always training. I trained a lot. I guess I never got into having the regimen and like just working out for muscle, but I'm actually doing it probably more now than I ever have in my life, because I have more. I don't know. It was hard when I was training for fighting, because I felt like it would take away from.
I agree. I think it does. I wouldn't even recommend it for
Okay.
if you're not very strong and you're a bigger guy. I would maybe say some weights and stuff, but you only have a certain amount of energy to expel every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're fighting, you're fighting. So like you'll gain the strength. I mean, stuff was important to like I would do exercises to strengthen your joints, to strengthen your tendons, to make
Yeah.
sure that you're not injured, like stretching. But if you could, I would say for a fighter to expel the energy, fighting,
Yeah.
training in the
Yeah.
arts, as opposed to, like now at this point, it's more aesthetic, mental. It's like I like it. I like to be big and strong, and but like it's not. If I was fighting still, it'd be more like I need to train different facets of
Yeah.
fighting. Like the muscles, I mean, they're cool and they help, but a little bit sometimes. But for high level fighting, you need to focus more on skill and that
Yeah.
kind of thing. It's not the same.
Yeah. 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 That are you training at all? I haven't trained fighting in a long time. You're rolling or anything?
Yeah, so I converted my garage into a gym. I've got mat space, I've got bags and stuff. So I had one kid that came in and wanted to be a fighter and stuff. So I was training with him quite a bit. He already kind of bounced, but with other kids, when I was living in Mexico, I was training jiu-jitsu a lot again. So I did it a couple of years before that, really, maybe a handful of times, and I was training like 4 or 5 days a week down there, and that was really cool and fun. It goes like if I went to Thailand, I would definitely train Muay Thai when I was there. When I go places and it's available, I do. So, but not super consistent. Like the gym's consistent. The fighting arts are here and there.
Yeah. 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 No, I mean, it's funny how it was such a big part of my life, but I don't yeah, I get it from the land. I mean, not my little morning workout and then just like work on the land. It's like converted from this, the man versus man to man versus nature. It gets it, but I get that same thing if I don't. So I do need a little workout, but I mainly need to work on my land, and I don't every day. And when I don't, yeah, that's like I don't.
That's the same thing, and that's a workout. Like it can get
It is, yeah.
like being chopping wood, moving blocks and stuff. That's the same thing. Like yeah, you get the same. You probably even get a better feeling from that than going to the gym.
Yeah, 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 no, and yeah, and so and yeah, and then there's the productivity of it. I think I might have told you this. I don't know. I remember one time when I first was in Phuket, I had this gym that I'd be working out at, and I was doing like these lunges with dumbbells, and I went outside to do them, and like at the same time, there's some Myanmar construction workers almost doing the exact same thing I'm doing, and I'm just feeling like a
Yeah,
bitch because they're making like
yeah.
100 baht a day or
Oh,
something,
nothing. Yeah,
and I'm out there, just coming and doing this for nothing. I mean, and
yeah.
they're working their ass off for pinces, and
It
I'm
is a weird.
paying
Yeah.
to do what they're doing. It is funny, kind of.
My mom had that. I know my mom likes going to the gym now, and she has for quite a while. But she had that same kind of mindset. I remember she had a serious issue with going to the gym when I think she maybe started going to the gym when she was in her 40s or something. But like she grew up here, but even further up in a small town called Camptonville with like hardly any people. And like the concept of paying to go do physical labor was like absurd to her. Like, why wouldn't you just go like work outside or something?
Yeah.
To like, for someone to go expel energy inside in a gym was just like a weird thing. Like you're saying, when you're seeing these guys working their ass off, and then yeah, you're paying to do it and stuff. Where she was just like, it took her like a switch of her mindset to be able to
Yeah.
like change. Like, okay, I'm gonna go pay and I'm gonna work out in this gym because it feels good to, and not feeling like bad about it for whatever reason.
Yeah. 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 No, yeah, I gotta do it. No, I do. My neighbor actually welds. It's funny because I feel bad. He's old. I mean, he's close to 70 and he's done all. I mean, he built my house. I've never really been that good at construction. Like, it's not the physical labor, it's just I'm not like balancing things or, laying,
Yeah,
like, it's like this, it kind of has to be done right. Like, I kind of like just,
that's being on perfect. Yeah,
yeah. And he's, yeah, that's it. It's funny because and he'll work for, and I always give him like a tip if I give him too much, they end up buying me stuff like extra things. Like I kind of know what they're willing to accept, which is still, it's like 15, maybe $20 a day, and standard is like $15 a day. So, and I'm able to give him like, an extra a little bit, but too much, he doesn't feel comfortable accepting it. But no, point is he actually welds. But it's funny because I see him, he works so hard. I feel bad, but it's he wants that work because that's his only way, his only source of income, and it's just like, fuck. I want to give him something that's not gonna, and one of his knees like doesn't bend. I can tell he can't really bend the leg very easily. So it's like I don't want to do anything. But the welding is actually good. He actually bought a welder with one of the jobs that I gave him because he built our house. He and his kind of family, and so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get. I want to pull up bar. I need a pull up bar. Yeah, do it. And yeah, that's
yeah. And you could have different layers. You could have a little one for your little guy to fucking
yeah.
get on, and the
I
higher
could
one.
actually
And
just get. I could just make monkey bars because I could do pull ups on
yeah, you
that.
could do that too.
Monkey bar would be.
Those are actually. Have you done monkey bars since you've been like not a kid?
No, I don't know if I have.
It's
No.
actually harder than you think. Like it's weird because you remember them as a kid, you just flow through them, and like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's shoulder dexterity or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like it's yeah, a little bit more complicated than I remembered. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, I remember doing all kinds of, yeah, like double jumps too. Boom, boom. I
Yeah.
wonder if I can still do those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It'd be cool to have set up in your property.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sure he'd enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
So what else you got? This is your podcast. You got to lead it. You're the pack
Yeah.
leader.
Well, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the yeah, I wanna we gotta leave on a good note. But um or I mean, yeah, we gotta end on something strong, right? Well,
You had a kind of list of some subjects,
I
right?
did, yeah. You mentioned
Before
those.
we,
Well, yeah. Some of those were there. Because well, yeah, okay, yeah. Let me tell you a little bit about, yeah, some background there. This is my last podcast. It's funny because most of my life I have been like, you know, I'm spiritual, but I'm, atheist, generally agnostic, somewhere, I've got my own spiritual views. If God is if like God is one, if all is one, then that's okay. I can say I believe in God because it's like I've never liked this like creator, like it's separate. There's a separate creator, and then there's me. It's like, oh, even if that is the case, like we're in some sort of program or something, okay, but then there's still the programmers, like it would, there could be a creator that created this, but that wouldn't be like all, like then there'd still be everything. Like, so my point is that I've always been like kind of anti just Christianity is always I've just always felt like the underlying um I guess the other one is just like, yeah, more like it's a doctrine rather than uh you're not allowed to question it kind of thing. That's kind of why I was always towards just Buddhism, even though a lot of the things are the same on a spiritual level. Like there are spiritual Christians who have like very open minded towards like the nature of reality that would be almost synonymous with Buddhism. But at the heart of it, Buddha is always like, hey, don't listen to me type mentality. And that's always been more attractive to me. But recently, and it is funny over these times, and all of a sudden these liberal views have just been pushed into conservative, I find myself with more conservatives than I ever have in my life. And I guess I'm I'm trying to, I call it like a coalition almost. Like I'm like, hey, what, like, okay, hey, like I fundamentally there are some differences that in the past I was like really like I had a negative perspective on these things, but I'm like right now I feel closer to these like they're more the people that are in line with me on this. We're talking about like, if shit goes down, this is more the people that are more in line with me. So I'm wondering about you. I know we've had discussions, and when you first met me, of course I was philosophy major and stuff, and we got into different discussions and stuff. But I'm wondering, I don't know, I don't think you had, I don't know, like God, I don't know if I see you more. I would have, if I had to guess, I'd guess you more of a agnostic type thing, maybe something, but I actually don't know. So I'm wondering if you're willing to dive in, give me a little bit of
Yeah.
your perspective on God, and has it changed, and is there anything that
No, actually, that's I like that the conversation has just went here, because maybe we can help each other work this out a little bit, because I have the exact same sentiment as you. So exactly, and this is somewhat of a new perspective, and it's been shifting a lot lately with just how the world is and how everything is. So like, I think to take it back at first. So as a kid, distinctive, like there's certain things that you remember, like your parents saying and whatever. Like, so when we grew up, like we never went to church. A lot of my friends did. I did a couple times when I spent the night at the kid's house or something, but like we didn't go to church. Nobody in my family went to church. Like nobody, not my aunts, not my mom, not my dad, not my grand, like nobody. And I remember distinctively my mom saying, we used to go to church when I was a kid, but I went to college and learned better. So in my mind as a kid, if you go to church and you believe in God or whatever, you're done. So that's what that statement said to me. So like, so I remember like, and same thing for years, I thought of it as like, okay, you guys are just like following along. You guys are just like doing this, like having faith in this like thing that you can't see, and the Bible stories are ridiculous, and like just so much just sounded absurd. And I just thought of myself as like too smart for that, like it basically it's just as something that's like that's silly, but I always also along the way, I always had a lot of like, I've had really good friends that were amazing people that were Christian, and that like I respected deeply, and I really appreciated kind of like who they were, and their standards and everything, but still never like could wrap my head around like being in some kind of organized religion. But I think, but same thing, as things have gotten like further and further away, as there's like no objective truth anymore, as everything is just like just based on nothing, that more and more, and one person too that's really opened it up to me, that I've same thing that I've always respected a lot, is Jordan Peterson. So Jordan Peterson, one of the best speakers of our time, amazingly educated, is a Christian. And he always says, like, you don't have to believe in all of it. Like, you just choose to take this on. And so, like, and listening to him all the time and just basically going over the fact of like how just using it as a parameter for objective truth, and just basically being how people, like, you can either be naive, like everyone starts out as kind of naive and you just kind of will go with whatever, and then after the naivety becomes like cynicism, where you're just like a cynic. Then like, and that's, I think, where I was kind of at forever. Like, who needs religion? Like, it's fucking stupid. And then you get past that to having like faith in the fact of like, you can basically believe in objective truths, and the objective truth is as something as being good, and just having faith in the fact that that's the right thing to do. And like, these things are good, I'm going to have faith in it. Maybe I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it's a lot better than being naive. It's a lot better than being a fucking cynic and being just like nihilistic about everything. Like, it doesn't matter, I can do what the fuck I want. Like, it doesn't, you can't, it like, it doesn't work very well to just do whatever you want and nothing matters and stuff, to where now, like, if you would have told me years ago like Christianity is good or something, I would have fucking laughed in your face. Where now I've even been thinking of, honestly, like almost like looking for a church to go to like even study or be a part. Like, these are more people that I want to be around. Like, I probably got a ways to go before I could call myself like a Christian or get baptized or something. But collectively as a whole, same thing. I agree so much more with the, just the moral compass, the truth, the outlook, all the stuff that goes in line with being that. And same thing, even with like, and honestly, spending the time, like, I was going to move to Morocco and spending the time over there and stuff and being around Muslim people. Like, I wish there was like, I wish Christianity was more like Islam in the way of like the strict, like, I respect, like, same thing. Why do I get up at like 3 in the, all that stuff?
Yeah.
I like that they pray fucking 5 times a day. I like that they fast, that Ramadan, like, there's facets of Islam that have been, whatever, and also the narrative has been pushed down. But I can tell you from living, or not living, but being around and spending a lot of time with Muslim people and being in the country and stuff, I've never been around people that are more respectful, that are more like family oriented. That you have to think, like, if someone adheres to that strict of a life, like, that's someone you can count on. That's someone that you can respect. So I appreciate like, and same thing, as we grew up, like our youth was, 9/11 and fucking, terrorists and stuff, but like, it couldn't be further from the truth. Like, I pick a good Muslim friend over almost, like, or a good Christian friend. Like, if that's what they believe, the objective truths are good over everything, and they don't sway from that, like, those are the people that I want to be around at this point, like 100%. So it's definitely something that I've been like thinking about and diving in more to, and just realizing the maybe the importance of it in society, and maybe like just getting away from it as a whole. It has a huge negative impact, and that's maybe why we're in the position we are in the world, and in the US especially.
No, and that's where I feel like I said, I mean, I feel like I ushered in, like, I'm not personally responsible for all the shit that's going down, but at the same time, I didn't see it maybe earlier. I saw it earlier than most people, I think. I mean, I did start recognizing it, but it was already, I mean, I'd say my entire lifetime I was ushering in it. I mean, it wasn't until, really recent. I mean, COVID was a huge point of seeing how far that actually the ideals that I was for, and that's especially the subjective truth. It's like, there is, I guess it's, and I always come at it from this philosophical perspective of, like, I mean, there is subjectivity to my experience. Like my entire experience is going to be unique to me. But that's just the way that everybody is going to have a subjective experience. But yeah, there's still something, I guess it's just, yeah, what access to objective truth do we have? Because the problem I always, I mean, it's obvious, right? There's obvious objective truths, but then I still have this part of me that just wants to come up with one scenario where that wouldn't be the case. Whatever it is. I mean, general rules are we can follow, but then it's like I feel like there's always this little we do have to look at things in context and in situation and be able to so it's, and that's kind of where I bring in the Buddhist idea of just being like can objective truth also be something that we, by just being aware, just like being present, being aware, and being able to react in a way that is right without there actually being a written rule. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just that I have such a hard time with like just this, like there is this
Yeah.
so I don't know, yeah.
No, I think you're right. I think if you just get like, the truth is too, same thing with me. Like you always know deep down if it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Like, and just being aligned enough and repeating the process and not doing the things that you know are wrong, because it's each time it's easier and easier and it's easier. You can justify it more. Like, I think deep down what's wrong. Just like, especially if you're connected, if you're aligned, if you're doing what's right, what the fuck you should do. Like most of the time, the same thing. Like as a philosophy major and stuff, and as far as I've read all the Russian fucking basically, and I was very much in that mindset of like, if I can stomach it, I can do it, and that's not a good place to do, because I can accept a lot. So yeah. I can stomach a lot. I could, but it's not like, it's not a good place to be, because deep down, like you basically, yeah, once and like, it's that little stuff to where even like finally recently do I feel like I'm kind of totally aligned, and like I'm just not doing the things I shouldn't do anymore, where like over the last few years, like, okay, most of the time I'm doing what's right most of the time, but occasionally it's like I can justify things, like, that's not that wrong. I can make a little bit more money or something, like I'll fucking do it. Okay, I'm a little alone, like whatever. I wouldn't be in a relationship with that girl, and she knows what's up. It's okay, but like, not like you can justify it. Yeah. I used to be able to justify fucking anything, but yeah. Like, like you just that's like, once you can't, like, same thing. We're talking about the levels. When you're naive and you don't know, it is what it is. But once you're exposed and and you go against it, then that's where the problems occur, and that's why things just don't go right if you're not fully aligned and don't follow it and kind of trust it. And that could be, like the same thing. I still have a problem with saying, with all the religious, basically even just saying, the God or whatever, but God could be the same thing, the collective consciousness, the collective energy, everybody, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, whatever you want to say is your God, it doesn't matter. But basically just being down to that, like, higher power and tapping into, like, to just being aligned, and people know what's right. Basically. So
yeah. And I wonder how much, I mean, it's, I don't, is there, can you get to that point? I mean, like, you almost have to go through it. I feel you know, I can recognize, yeah, my, especially 20 is probably the worst period of time as far as not you know, in, yeah, just, I mean, and not, I've never done anything that I'm like I would be horrifically ashamed of, but just, yeah, I mean, just, you know, whatever, just sex, drugs, just scummy shit, you know, just treating my body not well, not really respecting people, and obviously never did anything that was like, you know, I never raped anybody or anything like that. But I mean, like you know, just definitely not respecting myself and others on these level. And it's like, but at that time, like if I would have had an older person trying to like sit me down, I did actually have people trying to like at some point, like I wouldn't listen, you know what I mean? So, and it's like, and if I did, or if I was always that way, I think obviously I more respectable human maybe, but at the same time, it's like it's almost hard to, how could you? I almost feel like it's a process that you almost have to go through. I mean, if you just accepted it your whole life, you're either just a pure soul that, you know, is like, all right, you know, or you never actually went through it, and then you could just be this. I guess that is the thing, that like you are just following, and actually there had to have at some point in your time you had to have some impulses to do these things, right? And was it power, were they able to withhold from, you know, doing these things that, because you know, or I don't know, yeah, I mean yeah, do you think it's possible to always be that way, or it's a process that like we got to go through, maybe?
I think it's probably always possible, and how we're getting back to the fact of like how things have been going, like to get to where we're at now in the United States and maybe the world, like things have been breaking down for a while. So as our grandparents to our parents, to the kids and stuff, as things slowly break down, like as we're exposed in the lack of structure, the lack of respect, like why didn't we listen to anybody? We didn't listen to anybody because we didn't respect them. I know that with me. Like,
Yeah.
did you have someone sit you down and tell you what to do and fully trusted and respected that person? Like, was it ever anyone you're like, I want to be like you and I trust you and respect you? Or was
No.
it a bunch of fucking people you wouldn't listen to, like because you know how they're
Yeah,
living?
yeah,
Or
generally, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard to say, and there probably were, yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, even I don't know. Yeah, I didn't, I can't say. I mean, I guess, I mean, most people that told me actually weren't, they admitted that they went through the same stages, I guess, and I saw that as,
yeah,
so I guess that's actually my problem is, and this goes to like, you know, you guys have I mean, you're, I'm part of my son's only 4, so I've got a long ways to think about this, you know. I know you have other kids too, but I mean, as your daughter gets older and stuff, I'm thinking like how, I mean, yeah, I don't want to be, I guess I'm in that stage. I want to let him know. I don't want to be like, I got to be real with him and let him know I did go through these stages. And I almost think like he'll have to go through those stages, but then I'm like, oh shit, I don't want him to go through some of the shit I did. I could easily died on a lot of occasions. I mean, and especially out here, you know, I mean, if you know, on motorbikes and shit like that, I'm thinking like, but how do I present myself to be authentic when I know the shit that I've done? I can't tell him not to. I got to present it in a way that it's like, you know, hey, I did this. I ultimately didn't do that, and I
good.
realized it's wrong. But then it's opening, because that's how people sat me down, basically, and you know, including my dad and everything. I mean, and I was like, I don't know. It's almost like that's what you have to
Yeah,
do. But then you
yeah,
give
but
them that opening.
I don't think I think you don't give it's how you deal with them every day from now on. It's like how much. So same thing. Like I know you're a good dad. Like are you if you're there with him every day, if he sees your investment, if he sees how you live, if he sees you live correctly, if he
That's true.
sees you, like if he fully trusts your opinion and respects you, like same thing. A lot of these kids, they don't respect their fucking parents. Like why would you listen to someone you don't respect? And
Yeah.
especially someone you live with every day. So if he fully trusts and respects you, he'll listen to what you have to say. You could tell him you're the biggest piece of shit ever, but he's seen how you lived for the last 15, 20 years. So he's going to know and trust what you say to be the truth. But if, like, same thing, if he sees you get drunk sometimes, if he
Yeah,
sees
no,
you doing dumb shit, if he sees like you're sloppy, if he sees you don't keep your word, if you tell him stuff and you don't do it, he's not going to trust you. So he's not going to listen to you.
that's a good point. Yeah. Okay. Well, then
So
in that case, I'm in good. Yeah. And my dad he wasn't too bad, but he would get drunk sometimes and do some stupid
yeah,
shit.
don't get drunk, but I
Yeah. Yeah.
get
I don't.
drunk
Luckily, yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
yeah.
I'm completely now. It's been a while. It's been a while, but
Yeah.
since
So
I've been
he'll never
before.
see you take it. Yeah. So he grew up thinking, what is a father, what does a man do? They don't drink
Yeah.
because he doesn't see you drink. If
Yeah.
you were
That's good.
drinking and then being like, don't drink, he'd be like, fuck you. I've seen you get drunk
Yeah.
for your whole life. Like, eat
Yeah. That
shit.
makes
I'm
sense.
gonna go get drunk. That's what guys do, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So
No,
like,
that's good.
yeah, don't drink, like live correctly, and then he's gonna lead you by your example. He might still partake and
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
but for the most part, his compass of what a man and a father should be is going to show that my dad didn't drink at all. Like, you don't need to drink. Like, my dad's cool.
Yeah.
Like, we got along good. He didn't drink. You at least showed him like a good option. So maybe
Yeah.
he's gonna, maybe he's gonna see some other options or whatever. But he at least has one reliable, good reference point to kind of go back to and work from. So
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's good. Yeah. No, that makes me yeah, it's fun. I mean, this fall, yeah, actually today is the second day that I had just a daddy son day all day long where we just go out, spend all day. Yeah, it was actually when I text back, I was just coming back. We left in at noon, and then uh and just go out all these things. It's funny though, he's totally a mama's boy, and I'm cool with that because I mean he's young, he's for a while he didn't even want to go out with me. He needed his mom to be with him, but
yeah,
now he's able to go out, and then he actually his personality changes a little bit, and uh he's opening up to me more. It's really funny though. It's yeah, and this could tie into another topic. For me, evolution is always I'm always everything I think of, I think of like evolution, like does it make sense from an evolutionary perspective? And it was because to me it seems like everything should. If it doesn't, then either the evolution theory, there's something wrong with that, which is okay because it's that always kind of changing. But that's always kind of I always kind of look at like that when especially even like my psychology and everything, my thoughts. I'm literally my emotions and the way I react to things. They're based on my personal experiences. They're also based on my ancestral, the way they reacted and worked for them. So it's like I always look at it like that. And it's funny, this scenario I had with my son where because I'm here all the time, and I work from home. I teach. I come to this room where I'm doing the podcast, which was actually our original house that we lived in. So it's separated, but I'm basically never gone. And I think like evolutionarily, a man would go and kill the game and bring it back, or work. And even in modern times, the man is out. And sometimes I feel, yeah, sometimes I felt like I was too present, and so like sometimes he pushed me away or something, and I felt like he thought like I'm like, why are you always here, or something. I don't know.
yeah,
And because he was real close to his mom, and I'm thinking like during that time period when a baby's basically that when when the child is especially dependent on the mother, that would be especially when the father would be not present because that she's not as capable to you know pick berries and whatever that she could do. So it's like the man's going to be working extra hard. So I don't know. It's funny. I feel like that. So now he just turned 4 on January 13th and stuff, and that it's opening up Isis has more time. He's able to like go outside on his own and not have to have his mother. So I think he's growing up healthily, like but he definitely was a mama's boy. But I didn't want to like push it and not make him a mama's boy because he's baby. I didn't want to have this like, oh, you got to be a man because he's only
Yeah.
3 or whatever. So it's like,
Same thing. Just show them. Just show them. Don't
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
no,
have to tell
I like that.
them.
I think I'm a good role model on those. I think that is good, and I'm so thankful that I wasn't a father sooner. I don't know what would have happened. It might have changed me. I mean, I'd like to think it would, but then I might have like a resentment for him or something. Because it wasn't like a natural process. I don't know how it would have played out, but man, I'm fucking it's
You
good.
guys still trying for another?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I know. I think now I think she might get pregnant now because like she was, we were trying for the whole time in Phuket, but we didn't really have like security. Like I mean, we were making good money actually because we were saving up for this land which we bought outright. So I mean, we did have money that we are building up, and we were both working really hard and everything. But like, I can tell she's in tune with like her body. I don't, and like literally the
Yeah.
second came here and had this little room, which is only like 10 by 10 room, and we got it set on the land, boom, because we were living in a tent on a land for a while to get it made in this, and then like literally instantly she got pregnant. So I I think she's got like control of like her eggs are not letting anything
Yeah.
come in until she's ready. And I think she might
Yeah.
be now.
How old is she?
Uh, she's 30. What am I? I'm 42. She's 36 then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
she's got a
So
little,
yeah, a few
a little
years.
time, but she's pushing it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny. She looks so young. Like people think when I tell them like we met 10 years ago,
Yeah.
I see their eyes thinking they're thinking that she's
Yeah.
like 20 something. And then when I say 10 years ago, I can see them doing their mad in their
Yeah.
head. They think like, wait, what? Like, was she 12?
Yeah.
Like, like or something. Because
That's funny.
yeah, she looks under 30 for sure right now. And then
Yeah.
yeah.
I used to get that a lot with my older daughter when she was like 15, 16, because she looked a little bit older. Especially if like say a Friday night we went to dinner or the movies or something.
Oh yeah.
People would look at us weird. We'd be getting like something to eat or something to drink and the questions and stuff. And it's always like, and she would just always laugh and be like, he's my dad. Like, and I would sometimes just get dirty looks, bro. Just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, what the fuck? And even like, but later on for quite a while now, a lot of people thought that my second daughter was our daughter. She used to get like,
Oh
what
yeah.
the fuck, man? Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, even at a family reunion, I had a family member that I didn't really know come up and he's like, "Dude, I have to apologize. I thought your older daughter was your youngest daughter's mom." I was like,
Yeah.
but, dude.
Yeah. No, that's No, I got a list of those things. So yeah, no, it's funny. Yeah, so it's funny that list I sent you was something that is just cut out because I had a friend that not even really a close friend in high school, just and then he posted something on Facebook, and then it was like that's actually a lot of these podcasts I like getting through. It's funny though. That's another thing about this podcast. It's like rather than getting into some sort of battle on X or Facebook or something, these are real people, and sometimes we have like I try to be respectful in a conversation, and then say, hey, you want to have a podcast with me? And it's funny how many people are like, oh, you think you're cool because you have a podcast? It's like, no, actually, I like what you said, and I see we
Yeah,
disagree, and rather than giving
that's
one
cool.
liners back and forth, let's
Uh-huh.
actually kind of have a conversation because and that's what was cool about this, and to get like because uh I guess that's the thing. Sometimes conservative perspective of like anybody who doesn't believe in God or is or evolution. Like I always have this base on evolution, but my concept of evolution is I mean, it's like spiritual, like I said. I mean, it's like ancestral memories literally in my psyche. Like, you know, I mean, like not even on, I mean, that's kind of spiritual, but it's actually, yeah, the way I think is developed over, you know, generations in completely different environments. And I just think it's wild. It's been really amazing. I don't think it's like this doctrine of, because that's what I get sometimes is like, but it is, there are people who are just like, they say they're science, but they're actually not. And that's why I got into this thing. And it's really funny because I've just listened to two different podcasts and they brought up those two people. So I'm going to throw them out there, and I'll take you kind of through from the uh, philosophy of science, which was what my concentration was in, where you had the empiricists that are saying that all knowledge comes from experience, and then you had Hume would come up, and he came up with the problem of induction, which basically you can't, just because something happens, that actually doesn't allow you to prove anything. Well, it's going to happen again, the same thing, and then all it can do is just kind of reinforce maybe that something may happen. But all it takes is one incident that moves into the Karl Popper, who's yeah, he basically that's how science kind of developed out of that idea of falsification, where it's like all you can do is come up with a good theory that over time it's never disproven, and then if it is disproven, then you get a whole paradigm shift, and that's Thomas Kuhn, and they actually so that's kind of this thing. And so to me, science has always been like that. Science is always this like thing, that this perspective of critically looking at what we know or what we believe, and almost trying to, like, if you're a scientist, I think you can't agree, you have to actually disagree with certain things. And one of mine, and that's actually what spawned this last podcast that I had, was he said something about evolution, where because in the theory of evolution it says that our genetic differences are random. And I'm just, to me, I've never liked that. I think there is some sort of way that we live our lives that can actually turn certain things on, and that is epigenetics. I mean, that actually has come out more recently. These were my ideas in high school when I first learned that theory. But so that's kind of where this whole and then so at first it could have easily turned into a like just a, and he wasn't even really a close friend. That I mean, you know, I see a lot of the, you know, things that happen on social media where you know, you say the wrong thing in the wrong way, or just the fact that it's written in a way, and it just, it doesn't come off. It's like you almost severed a relationship, a potential relationship. It wasn't even a close friend. It wouldn't matter. Who cares? You know, it wouldn't have greatly affected me. But wow, it was really rewarding to kind of reconnect and have this deep conversation about these things, and then kind of see our different perspectives. And then, like I said, he's coming up with all these things, and he's asking me some really difficult questions about like objective truth and stuff like that. And I'm kind of put me on this mode where I'm kind of thinking about, you know, I still don't, I like how you said about with Jordan Peterson says, you know, just take the things. There's definitely some concepts that I like, and I don't think I'll ever believe, or that I ever would want to, or there's any benefit to like take literal stories that happen or didn't happen, like those actually aren't really fundamental. For some people, they may be the crux that kind of gives them a foundation. I have a different foundation, and if I'm able to like build the same object, and that's kind of our conclusion, that if we're able to kind of build our own model of objective truth, and it's generally kind of the same, is I guess the point. So anything in there to comment on?
Well, I mean, just at the end with the whole model of truth is there's got to be some power in the fact of so many people have trusted it for so long as well.
Yeah.
And for like same thing, us to think that we can just pop out and be smarter and like know better. That's the thing. Same thing. I think you're realizing too. It's hard. Like a lot of these things that I like fought against for so long. Like I can do it my way. I'll fucking show you. Like you don't have to live life like that. It's actually much better to live like these certain things that get passed down. This like it just stuff with like just the basic like nuclear family stuff. Like I've had two kids with that. They're both awesome. They're both great, and a lot of people get mad at this, like in the fact that like, well, I'm a single mom, I do great, or a single dad, I do great. But yeah, but guess what's fucking better? Way better to have like two parents together in a household with two kids, to have like even traditional wise where like you're just talking about like the man goes and works and the woman, and it's just like same thing. It's ingrained in a woman to have a fucking kid, like to go against that, to fight, to like, just like trying to fight just like all the stuff that was like, fuck you, I'm not following along with society, that's old shit, I'm smarter, I can do, like you don't need to do it that way. Like a lot of that stuff is, like it's proven, and it's battle tested. It's there's a reason for it, and it's like a lot of this stuff gets passed down, for a reason. I just think that the people that have been passing it down haven't been good enough examples of, down to the next generation as it's slowly dissipated.
Yeah.
There's not someone like, it takes someone like Jordan Peterson for me to be like, okay, like I'll listen to you because fucking I've read your books. I've listened to however many hours, and I'm impressed every time he talks. And I know what time he gets put in. I know how many hours he's done the research. I know how many like people he's talked to. I know like he's a person that some maybe some priest wasn't going to tell me, some some whatever,
yeah.
some born again fucking drug addict or whatever, but you get the right person that lives a certain way, that's the right example, and gets to pass it down. I think it changes everything.
Yeah.
And I just think we didn't have those. I think we didn't have a lot of good examples. I know I didn't have a lot of people that I really trusted to tell me what was up, that I respected and would listen to completely.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, not even just personally, that it wasn't this long form. I think that is the new thing, is just getting to listen to like a long conversation of somebody. Those weren't that style. It probably, I mean, they probably were out there, but that format wasn't. Yeah, the people that were. I mean, no, who was? I don't know who. I mean, Howard
I mean,
Stern.
all of it.
Howard Stern
I
was
mean,
the only person I can think of that was like a long.
I mean, that was a long time ago for talk
Yeah.
radio, but even before, just like everything was the same thing. I mean, the access to information wasn't there. Like
Yeah.
with television, radio, it was narrated, it was condensed, it was pushed for more monetary reasons, for whatever. And I mean, a lot of things. Podcasts are making a crazy amount of money if you're good at it. But even still, the only ones that are doing good are the people that don't really care about the money and are just going on to do it because they actually want to have these conversations and want to do the thing. And same thing, after so many hours, you can't. I mean, these late night, talk show hosts, and these celebrities and different stuff, and even people, you can hide for your little 3-minute conversation that's set up, or 5-minute or something, but like fucking, it's like talk long enough, talk for hours, and put it out there, put it online, like expose yourself, like put enough out there, people see who you are, like you get to know. I mean, the podcasts that I listen to, I feel like I know those people. Those are people like you can trust. You can trust Joe Rogan. You can trust Jocko. You can trust Chris Willett. Like you get to, like all these guys that I listen to, Jordan Peterson. Like who they are. Like they've spoken enough hours. Like So just same thing. Just people. Yeah, just willing to put it out there and speak their mind, and you can really see who someone is. It also helps, like
I know all those
ideas
ones except. Oh, what?
What's that?
Oh, I know all those names except you said one. I mean, those are all I listen to except Chris Willis. Is that who's that?
So
I haven't listened to.
let me see. Let me show you real quick. This podcast. Let's show you right here. It's called Modern Wisdom.
Okay, I might have
Chris
seen that on
Williamson.
I think that
So,
popped up on my like recommended, but I never actually clicked on it. All right, I'll do it.
so he's good, man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, okay, he
I
has.
really
Yeah, yeah,
like.
I've seen
I
that
think he does
pop up.
a
I
lot.
just never clicked on it. I will. And I'll give you
Yeah,
one. Do
yeah.
you ever
He's
listen to
he's
Dark Horse podcast? Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. No,
It's
what
Brett
is it?
Weinstein and Heather Hine. They're husband and wife.
Okay,
They're
I like mine.
evolutionary biologists. They wrote the
Okay.
book.
I've heard him on other people's.
Okay, they wrote. They wrote.
There's
Yeah,
him and his brother too.
yeah. He does. Yeah, I don't know much about. Yeah, Eric or something. I know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess he's more. I've never actually heard him. He didn't have like. He had like some monologues or something I listened to, but no, Brett Weinstein's an amazing like I say he looks at things from a evolutionary perspective, and his wife, and that's a cool dynamic because their husband and wife, they met in like high school, they said, and they went through this. They had this situation before COVID, but there was this weird thing where they were in a. I actually I didn't I by the time I listened to, I wasn't listening to him during that time, but I hear him referring back to it, and it was it was a weird thing. I mean, they're both real liberal, and but they're at this university, and somehow it was like early on when like somehow he was called racist for something. It's like absolutely didn't make any sense, and
yeah.
he started like some weird shit was going on, and then he ended up losing his job or something. And then he's just started talking about it, and then so he already kind of had a following, and then when COVID came, he was really harsh on all the whoa, and even at first he was kind of like we didn't know at first he was as a biologist and stuff he was talking about
Hmm.
fast and when it could be you're in a closed areas it would make sense possibly and then maybe when you're not and then some people like question him that he was flip-flopping and stuff but actually if you listen to him he's kind of
You just
he's gotten political but then he'll jump back and then they'll start talking about salamanders or something like they're actually
yeah,
like
yeah.
nerdy biologists on some level. They've done all these expeditions around the Amazon. And they'll talk about these really interesting studies that are like real, not related to anything, but they talk about. So, and yeah, then they wrote the book, which I kind of it kind of like when I was talking about those things about he doesn't take a spiritual perspective so much as but I kind of put it in there, but he talks about it. The his book was the Hunter and Gatherer's Guide to the 20th century or 21st century or something.
Yeah.
He just talks about how our uh, from evolutionary psychology and just evolution in general, how we're kind of built for a different environment,
Hmm.
and kind of can explain some emotions and reactions that we have and dynamics in family and society and from an evolutionary perspective. So anyway, that's mine to recommend you and that Chris Willis. I'm gonna have to
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I know his brother's a genius as well. That yeah, I wonder about their parents to have two kids that are that bright. Makes me look
oh yeah.
curious. So,
So
because
yeah,
I know his brother's like fucking off the charts with like astrophysics or something too. Like they're both, to have like, I don't know what the probability to have a kid that's a genius, but have two kids that are little geniuses, and so they must
probably
be fucking
famous.
trying to get
Yeah,
some of their water, whatever they're doing.
yeah. And then that's what's funny too is that so the name of the podcast is Dark Horse. Just it might have their names, but that's actually the main thing. So it'd be easy to just skip it over and not recognize that's who it is. But to have a and they're both brilliant. So his wife's brilliant, and it's just funny. Not, I mean, that they met in high school, and it just seems, and they both studied together. I don't know if they went to the same university, but they're both uh biologists. I don't know if they're both evolutionary biologists. I think they are both evolutionary biologists, but biology is you're gonna talk about those things anyway. And then, so it's funny, but it's a really good dynamic because they'll argue, and it's but in a husband and wife way sometimes, but always
Yeah,
respectful, and they generally, yeah. I mean, I like that. I think that's one of the things I like about podcast is my favorite podcasts are when people are disagreeing and just listening to a healthy conversation where where disagreements take place, and they kind of work through it. It's kind of like a model. It's kind of like a good model. That's what we need in a way, is model, because conversation is so important and debate is so important, and mutual respect, which is something we can. So that's kind of, I'm always looking for. So I know you're looking for, or you're jumping on other podcasts. So yeah, recommend me. I actually kind of want to just jump on somebody else's and let them kind of run the show sometimes, because
good to reinforce. Like you need to be good at, like, same thing. If I say something, I want someone to call me out on it. I want to be able to explain it effectively.
yeah,
Like, cause sometimes you can know something, but when you have to teach it or you have to explain it, and you can see the holes. Like, okay, like even though I still believe it, but like here are the holes. Like let me tighten this up. Make sure that like next time someone asks me, I want to be able to explain it better.
yeah,
Because if I believe in it, I want to help someone else believe in it too. Or if I can shoot a hole in it, tell me why I'm wrong. Okay, fuck. I need to change the way of thinking. Like
yeah,
if I'm stuck in this and like someone can tell me why and how, and then I can go down that and I can switch it up, and then I can apologize or explain why I changed my mind, whatever. Then it's just it's effective. It's a good tool to just keep sharpening and knowing that, like, I always want to be able to explain, like deeply and thoroughly why I think a certain way. If I can't explain it, then I need to fucking think about it more. I need to, like, I shouldn't even be talking about it if I can't explain it to someone. If I can't coherently get it out to them, if they don't understand where I'm coming from, it's just, it's just fucking garbage coming out of my mouth and just adding to the noise.
absolutely. Yeah, no, and that's, I think that's actually, that kind of ties in with this. Listening to podcasts is what made me want to start doing podcasts, because you can't just listen to them, because you'll find the ones you like. Like I said, this Brett Weinstein's, the way he speaks is so, to me, I'm like, wow, like I kind of idolize that, his eloquence on the topics.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'll disagree with him. But then I think, like, oh wow, what sometimes on some issues I actually generally, a lot of things are kind of already that I'm attracted to, because I agree with them. But when I do, I'm like, in my head, I'm trying to, like, how would I do that, and then
Why don't you go against them? Yeah, just like, how would you win that? But like, that's the thing too, that a lot of people have to understand, and they've said, and they've proven that if you have two people and one's right and one's wrong, if the one that's wrong is more well spoken, is more coherent, is more cohesive with their language, can explain it better, everyone's going to believe that person. So like, you have to be able to effectively get your thoughts across. That's that one I recommended, Chris Williamson.
yeah.
He's very well
Williamson,
spoken.
you said Williamson or William?
Yeah, I think so. So I think maybe his Instagram or something is Will X. There's Will X.
But Modern Wisdom is,
and then when I looked at it, but I think his name is Chris Williamson. But it's called Modern Wisdom. One that I found that he has really good guests. I always look through it and see which ones I want to listen to. But
yeah,
he's very well thought out, well spoken. He's a smart guy. Yeah, it depends kind of which podcast I'm in the mood for, but he's definitely a go-to. He's a go-to, and just like we're saying, what we both respect. He's a well spoken, well thought out guy. So
yeah, oh yeah, that's well, yeah, there's something I was going to say in the midst of that, but oh yeah, Gavin Newsom though. What do you think about that guy? He's a slick speaker, you got to admit.
yes and no. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know how
I think he's the
I don't
person
know how
wrong to
anybody
win
can
an
trust
argument.
him. But he's such a liar and scumbag.
Yeah,
I think everybody, like, I don't know, like, if it's just me or I'm just blinded by my, like, hatred for that guy.
yeah,
But like, how could someone look at him and not just look at him like a fucking salesman? And like,
yeah, oh yeah,
with
no,
all
yeah,
the shit he's doing, like, San Francisco is one of the most dangerous cities in the world now. Like,
yeah,
San Francisco is a fucking shithole. Like, Same thing. He shuts down California. He's caught out at dinners with masks off.
Oh yeah.
He shut down all his competitors' businesses except for
Yeah.
his own. And the same thing, his kids are going to private schools still. He's making tons of money.
Yeah.
Like all the fucking shit that he does. I've got a funny story too about like going back to me not being in politics and like and stuff. And it'll make me look a little bit bad, but it'll be funny, and you'll see how much they're fucking censoring stuff. So at the beginning of all this, of all the like COVID lockdowns and everything, so I never paid attention to politics at all. And I start hearing a lot of people talk bad about Newsom being the governor of fucking San Francisco, and he's a scumbag, and like fuck this guy and all this stuff. So my first thought is like, who's Gavin Newsom? I want to know. Everyone keeps talking about him. So my thought process is I'm going to type something bad about.
This is pre-pandemic.
No, like early pre-pandemic, like start of pandemic, probably.
Early pandemic. Pandemic. Okay, yeah.
Because everyone's starting to talk about him. Like I'm hearing a lot of people talk badly about him. And I don't know. I don't even know who he is, but I keep hearing his name pop up, and I keep, in a bad way, 90% of the time. So I want to know who this guy is. So my train of thought is Google something bad about him and read a bunch of bad shit. Google something good about him and read a bunch of good shit, and then kind of figure out who he is.
Yeah.
So to start out my Google search, I type in Gavin Newsom is a faggot. And my phone shuts down. And it says basically instantly, your phone is no longer active. You need to verify that you are the user of your phone because the search has been suspicious. Like no fucking joke.
Wow.
So I had to verify that basically that was me typing that in my phone to get access to my phone back.
You just blacklisted yourself permanently.
By typing into Google search, Gavin Newsom is a faggot.
Wow.
That I literally, like my phone basically shut down. They told me that it was suspicious activity, and then I had to verify that I was the owner of the phone.
That's funny, dude. No, I mean, that's
not even that bad. I didn't type like I didn't type in like a threat. Yeah. I didn't type in like something like, it wasn't like how do I whatever to him. Yeah. Just Gavin Newsom's faggot. and my fucking phone just basically just shuts down. I gotta verify and then fucking come back on. And then so obviously after that I didn't even search anything good. And he has to be one of the most despicable fucking, like, I even like same thing. I had a friend on social media. I think she commented something about him being handsome. Erased. Like fucking it, like it's to the point I didn't really care before and stuff, but like if you legitimately like that guy, like I can't even be your friend. Like I can't respect you. I can't be your friend. Like there's no way. Like that guy is fucking scum.
But no, I mean absolutely. But did you watch his debate with DeSantis? And DeSantis is not a good debater, but he, not knowing any context, if you just watch the debate, but he is slicky, like salesman style. I mean, he reminds me of Jeffrey Dahmer, actually. Like Jeffrey Dahmer was a well-spoken, but just like he is.
He's kind of like, no, he's like good. He's like good looking, kind of well spoken, but he's always smiling and he's just lying constantly. And so I didn't see that debate. I heard some perspectives on it.
It was, I mean, they both had good parts, but he was able to. I mean, DeSantis isn't a good debater. I mean, if you didn't know any context, you just saw the debate.
He is a threat because he's not shitting his pants. Yeah. He's a good-looking guy. He can fucking lie his ass off, and he does speak well. Yeah. So I see what you're saying, but I think like the track record, I think people just I saw the thing where same thing. San Francisco has been one of the most dangerous cities. Everyone's leaving. It's a fucking shithole. Like San Francisco, I used to love going to San Francisco. It was like it was one of the coolest fucking places to be. It was like just the culture, just the city, everything. It's super dangerous. It's shitty. There's homeless. There's shit. It's insane. Xi Jinping comes to visit. He cleaned it up like fucking
Yeah,
2 days. And then he went on the news and was like, what, I don't know, like verbatim what he said, like, it might have looked like we just cleaned it up because this fancy dictator is coming. And that's true because it's true, or something like that. And then went on like, so this city, which is dangerous, which all these businesses are leaving, which was one of the best cities in America, now is a fucking dangerous shithole, which is absolutely, you've destroyed that you could clean it up in 2 days, and you fucking didn't do it. And now because the dictator from China is coming, you fucking clean, like, it was that fast. Like, they could fix the problem that fast, and they showed that they could do it. So like, I don't know, like, I can't get behind anyone that fucking likes that guy. Like,
yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, obviously not,
like, but
I
he
mean,
is a little bit
as
of a.
he still seems like a threat though to me. I like that.
I mean,
I don't know if
I
they
think
could
they're
pull
gonna.
him.
Yeah, I mean, he might be in line or something. I think they're gonna probably try and kill Trump. If they can't kill him, they'll probably bring in like Michelle Obama, or maybe Newsom, or like, I don't know. They're gonna try and maybe bring in someone else to save the show. I don't think he'd be the necessarily best option,
Yeah.
but he's a better option than. I mean, he's a much better option than fucking Biden. So
The only thing for
I
them,
don't know.
the reason that he wouldn't is he is still a white male though. So, and the vice president is she black or half Indian or something? She's something.
Yeah.
But they don't want.
Yeah.
I mean, she's as
No, she's the worst.
she's so
lady.
unpopular that they can't bring her up. But they couldn't replace her with a white male, right? I mean, if so, Michelle Obama would be the one to go for or something.
But
But
they
I mean,
probably, that's what people, and this isn't like my original thought. This is from listening and talking to people. A lot of people think the way they're kind of pushing her again and stuff, and being who she is and what she stands for, and just the
that's the only reason
optics
Biden
of,
got it because he was the vice president of Obama. I mean, kind of really, right? I mean, that's his own. I mean, I know he's lifetime. He's like the youngest Senate, so I mean, he's obviously been life in politics, which that makes sense too.
yeah.
That people are like, oh, he's a stable guy, but
Well, they knew they could. They knew they could like probably run him, control him.
yeah.
And the only reason, I mean, he was like, it's just because so many people hated Trump though too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You could have, and honestly, and a lot of people believe, and I couldn't tell you for sure, but a lot of people think that they for sure stole the election. Like, he ended up with more votes than Obama did, which Obama was popular as fuck.
Yeah.
Same thing, smart, well-spoken guy. There's no way Biden got more votes than him, so there's probably some shit was fudged. There's definitely some legitimacy to the fact that the election could have been stolen. Like I said, that's not my world. It's just something I started to pay attention to. But well, I would say more likely it was.
If they could, they would. So I mean, they definitely would try. I mean, and I think everyone would probably try. So I mean, I think it'll be more difficult whatever methods they had. But they're yeah, something's coming, right? That's how we started this out. 24 is fucking gonna be a shit show. A party to watch from over here, man. I just I just hope the internet doesn't shut down. I want to watch. I want to see it all.
I'm glad someone's entertained. Yeah.
Well, I want to like I'll hopefully you got some satellite. You can give me some. I'll broadcast different things. What's going down to. If you can get
I'll be fortifying the property and fucking salting deer in the woods. I don't know if I'm gonna be.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's and I am interested to see what I wonder how it's going to affect the world. I really do. Well, China would probably take over some parts, but not really moving on to Thailand. Thailand's kind of got a cool spot because they lost that far southern part at some point with that little strait of Malacca or whatever that's important. Myanmar is fucking in shambles right now, but that would be another route to the Indian Ocean. You've got Vietnam and stuff. Like the Gulf of Thailand isn't significant because it's a Gulf, like a sea routes, and it's kind of this buffer zone that's how Thailand kind of remained its independence, and but it had French and English colonialism, and I feel like they have an interesting spot, and plus Chinese like the I mean it's a good tourist destination, so it seems like it just kind of like just kind of
Yeah.
could just kind of maintain its thing. I guess the only thing I'm worried about is just getting hauled off to a concentration camp, like they just take all the Americans or something. I mean, it's kind of a
Yeah.
way out there, but it seems possible.
Fucking
But
anything's like
you know,
it's crazy how fast things can change, even
yeah,
with just the thing that to get into another topic that I don't know if I really want to get too deep into it, especially at this point, but just the growing up, like I mean, the biggest atrocity that we learned about when we were kids was the Holocaust, was the treatment of Jews.
yeah,
And now the just like outright hate that's been going on. And like I don't know what's going on. Like I don't want to speak on it. I
yeah,
know people from both sides. I have like good Muslim
yeah,
friends.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
have good, but in same thing, I have good Jewish that like literally lost their family out there. That no matter what's going on, that yeah, they could like fucking flying over and literally killing and raping people at a festival, and then now everyone's behind him. Like and then just like the outright shit that's been going on is just pretty crazy to me. You could have never told me that like in the
yeah,
future there'd be people like chanting, like kids at liberal colleges chanting for the death of Jews, which is fucking crazy. Not like okay, like just let's completely focus on the freedom, but like just yeah, the shit that's going on is crazy, man. Just everything's yeah, it's fucking
Well, that's what's
it's
scary is that it's opening the door for like kind of desynthesize. Like, I mean, that shit could happen in America. It seems. I mean, there's nothing
mm-hmm.
stop. There's
They're
nothing
trying to
stopping.
do it with people.
Uh,
There was like there was the COVID stuff. It was like the pandemic of the unvaccinated.
yeah,
Trudeau in Canada was saying like, what are we going to do with these people that aren't vaccinated? And like in Australia, they were taking people to concentration camps. Like they were
yeah,
literally in the beginning, even in California, they were quarantining people. Like so I remember the biggest thing when the pandemic first started that I was worried about because I heard they would quarantine you on military bases.
hmm,
And my thing is like I had a go bag at my house just in case like me or Layla tested positive and it got like
Wait,
I'm
you had a
going
what bag in
somewhere.
your house? A go bag?
A go bag. Like if I need to leave a
Oh,
go
okay,
bag, like a
go
bag
bag.
ready, like
Yeah,
with
yeah,
certain
yeah, yeah,
supplies, certain things. Like
yeah,
if I need to leave, this is ready. Like I get a call or something, or there's someone coming down my road
yeah,
to take us to this fucking camp. I'm grabbing my bag and I'm going. Like
yeah. Okay,
I
yeah, I
don't
get
care
that. You got
how
a life straw?
no.
You know that? No, you know that is that.
Yeah, I know what they are. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
two. I got
Yeah.
one.
But like they literally wanted you to go there and just like get better there. Like there's no fucking
Yeah,
way if I'm
yeah,
sick, you're gonna go tell me where to be, how to be, what to eat. Like there's no fucking way. Like
yeah,
I don't have a problem. Like especially at that point, you didn't know how dangerous it was. Like I'm not gonna go out and infect other people. I'm not gonna whatever.
yeah,
But like there's no fucking way I'm gonna get put in a spot where I can't leave. I can't dictate who's around me. I can't choose my food. I can't choose my movement. Like you're out of your fucking minds. Like, and I think the only reason it probably didn't get to that point is because we have guns. We have a lot of them here, or
yeah.
else they would have for sure fucking done it. And that's why in Australia, in all these other places, they were able to just fucking take
Oh
people
yeah, yeah. No, that
and
is
throw
one
away.
good thing. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I could see that America does have a gun. That's why they did it, and that was written in there. That's
Mm-hmm.
important for that reason. Forefathers. That's
Yeah.
another thing too. I've never been big on like the Constitution. I guess Constitution I always kind of associate with that right wing Christian thing, and I'm thinking, man, that
Yeah.
Constitution was. I mean,
They were
they've been
smart.
trying to undermine it for a long time, and actually, but the forefathers actually knew what's up
They
because
closed.
they came from it. They knew it, and
Yeah.
they they did their best. I mean, I hear about that thing like somebody said like when they were writing the Constitution, come out, they're like, hey, did they so are we free? And I was like, yeah, but you got to hold it or something like it. You know, it's I think it is work. The Constitution is working. We kind of took it for granted, I think, and we have to
Yeah.
kind of
No, it's the foundation, and it means the same thing. It's more and more. There's more like even people are learning the fact. Just like we go back to Israel, like these people were in their homes, were like we're at the festival, we're at whatever, and these people come over and run their homes. Like you're gonna trust. Same thing. Like everything's underfunded now. Like how long does it take a cop to get to your house? Like you think you're gonna rely on them? Like when someone like all these people coming across the border, you
yeah,
think if they make like a concerted effort and start breaking into houses, you want to be unarmed, like you want to not be able to protect your family.
yeah,
Like there's no fucking way, and people are realizing it more and more. And yeah, it's not just for hunting. Like yeah, I like hunting. It's not for that, but like it's so much more than that. And same thing when these people get fucking out of control, you need to have a way to fucking fight back, and that's why I think it hasn't gone much further because they would be very happy to to take that from everyone and just take over
yeah,
and do what they want because like I said it keeps the strong people stronger because it's all the fucking weak little blue haired mask wearing motherfuckers that they
yeah,
don't
yeah,
those aren't the ones with the fucking capability and the
yeah,
structure and the discipline the everything to do anything. You want to like have society evolve and go fast. Yeah, put those people in charge. The one that they can't even function. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's it's like that's why I look at sometimes like is have our adversaries are they just sitting back and watching, or did they have some? Did they somehow like see that this was a weakness that could be exploited and somehow have any part in it? And you know, so I mean, that's the other one. I guess is there could be military coup, civil war, or it could just be setting up for an actual invasion from another country. And if they're already here, it'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
But then,
I
I
mean,
mean,
China. They're playing the long game. They're fucking
oh yeah,
smart. Like the same thing. People don't realize because most people don't think that way. That's the truth. Most people are nice and they're good, and they think, why would anyone do that?
yeah,
If you think like time and time again about history, about like the human condition, about certain men, certain people, like same thing, evolution. People want to conquer, people want to do this, people want to be in control. Like in the way of like how to destroy something, it couldn't be more effective in the way of like culturally taking away little things, pressing certain narratives, even stuff with like TikTok in America, the algorithm it basically it encourages the dumb dances and the stupid shit and whatever. I know there's a lot of good, nice kids that like to get on there and have fun and watch tutorials and do makeup and dance. But like, what's funny is they don't let their kids in China do it. So TikTok in China encourages guess how you get likes and stuff. You do good at science, you do good at math, you have to post something productive. They shut it off at certain hours. You can only use it at certain times. Like it's only to build stronger people in China. That's what their social media is
well, it's
for.
weird. Like
Ours is
TikTok
the
here, they're
weakness.
all different. Every country's different. Like I don't have access to the Chinese or American TikTok. Like I have TikTok, I'll post stuff. It's only Thailand, so it's weird. And so they're all alike. But yeah, they're it's a weird system. But yeah, but that goes on to that's. But see, that's the weird thing about it is that so I have like right at this moment, Chinese education system or educational system is more of a meritocracy. Like they have one of the reasons why all the companies that I work for shut down was, and now I just do it privately to like they've got these high stake testing, which I'm not really for because they're kind of standardized. But when you've got a massive population like this and you're trying to weed out, and they so they're extremely stressed out and they're taking all these extra classes, but the government recognizes that they want just the cream to rise to the top. So they don't like people having an extra advantage that have money, and that's what these the companies that I worked for, that they would find me, you know, basically rich families that could afford to give their students extra English lessons. And then the government kind of stepped in and said, like, they just basically wanted to give everybody the same education, and then kind of whoever's the best, it would be easier to see who's the best if everyone has the same education. And then those ones, they funnel them into this hierarchy of things. And I mean, there's problems with that, but it is an effective and fair way to like get people. And then if you're good at sports or good at like they're able, the tests they give them, like they'll fast track you in these different areas. And I just look at like the equity system in America and just thinking like, we're not fostering the best to become the best they can. So basically what China's doing, it might not be fair on all levels, but they've got a system that is able to recognize who's good at what and give them all the resources to become the best they can be. And it's scary to see it, because I'm seeing it. I'm talking to my students. I love my students, and like I have such a good relationship with them and their family. And it's funny how many of them are they're aware. They were awoken during pandemic and stuff. A lot of them are recognized that some of them didn't actually realize, and now they all got VPNs and they get access to other stuff. But it's funny that sometimes they're talking bad about their government with me, and then I'm saying, hey, actually, you know what? Actually, there's certain aspects of what you got are actually more liberating or something. So it's weird to see the dynamics of the two, and how we would think of China as like say Xi Jinping as a dictator, but then at the same time, when during that pandemic, when they were, I mean, my students were in there for like 6 months, just and they're in high-rise apartment buildings, you know, 30, 40 and major cities, and it was crazy. And they
people are jumping
take
out
a lot
all
more
the
than America.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But,
I have friends that have business in Hong Kong, and I was there and stuff, and there was one apartment, and people were jumping out of those high rises pretty frequently.
Yeah, that's so I mean, and they but when the people protested, it was because the firefighters weren't able to get into, there's a burning building, and they weren't able to get them because of all the locks and borders basically, and they were trying to suppress that information, but it broke out basically, and the people finally just had enough, and then they went from hardcore lockdown to just instantly like, now the government spun it and they said like, oh, COVID's not, oh, they tried to take credit for it. Oh, we've
concerted effort,
demolished this virus and stuff, but the people knew, and it was actually amazing to see that they were that close to losing control. I mean, as much control as China has over their people, they basically for a second they had to just drop it. They had to drop all the restrictions. That was the only way. Otherwise, I think the people would they actually started like burning testing stations, because their shit was crazy. I mean, I saw from videos, they'd show me these weird things they had. Now that brings me to one other thing though. When I look at it, is like, it doesn't seem like that would have been a good idea. I mean, they were losing a lot of money. I mean, it hurt the economy. So in some ways, I'm thinking like, why did China do that? And why would they? So I've got this one theory about like that. So there's, you listen or talk or you've read RFK Jr.'s book. He had one about he has a newer one that's
the real Anthony Fauci.
Yeah, he has a newer one after that.
I've listened to some podcasts, but no, I haven't, not a whole lot from him, but a little bit.
Because this one is crazy about the bio weapons and stuff. He talks about the whole history from like 16 or something, or even World War I or II, but it a little bit kind of show the development of it. He breaks it down I'm listening to it on audiobook. He's not the one. It's not him. Luckily, somebody else is reading it, but he wrote it. It's
Okay,
like
yeah.
you would have
Yeah.
to listen to him for 24
Yeah, I
hours.
couldn't listen to that. Yeah. Yeah.
But so he wrote this book. It just came out December 23rd or something because I got audibles and I get them one a month or something. So I'm listening to this one. I got that one. And so he's looking at it from like that there are, I mean, the bioweapons, he kind of explains how in tandem that actually the vaccines and bioweapons were like are that's kind of how they develop. And he's basically saying that, the technology for bioweapons that they have, uh he didn't actually come out and say this, but what I was kind of thinking is like it's possible that it leaked by accident, but they actually had no idea how dangerous it was, and they weren't overreacting had it been what they do have. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah,
that's what scares me is that if a pandemic happened again, you're gonna have the same divide, but it could actually be something that is like,
mhm.
so I
It is.
almost think that they do that on purpose just to because they know that, and then I don't know. So
It's control. No, it is, and I don't. They need to fucking stop. They just need to stop. So I have a same thing. I've known about this for a long time. When I was a teen, you remember I went and lived on the East Coast.
yeah.
So so I lived with my aunt and her boyfriend, which is they're married. They worked together for a long time after that, but they're married. So he had his PhD in chemistry. He worked for a biological warfare in New England. And same thing, he couldn't talk about what he did, but he would always say, basically, if there's ever a problem, they could easily kill all of New England. So like, if there's ever an issue, like, so basically that whole area would just fucking die. Like, he wouldn't. He basically would. He liked to sound. He was very obviously book smart, intelligent. Not the best person. Not very likable, but obviously highly intelligent, working on biological warfare for the government. And same thing, like if anything happens, anything ever gets out, this whole area is fucking dead. That was a common statement that was said at fucking our dinner table at our house. So yeah, I'm sure there's like a lot of other areas, a lot of other stuff going on like that. Like
yeah
that's nothing new. Like
yeah
especially that was a conversation that took place for a fucking year when I was living out there. That
yeah
was in 1998, 99. So
yeah. That's when, I mean, yeah, when he's talking about these book, I've only few chapters in. We're still in the 70s, and he's just, he just gives facts, and it's like, it's kind of boring at sometimes because but it's like, wow, I'm listening to this like while I'm washing dishes and doing stuff and stuff. I'm just like, it's just like boom, 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 boom. And I mean, uh the the he just says it as like, it's like you couldn't make this shit up. And he gives dates and names of the thing. I'd have to go into my own research to do it, but like, he gives you the names of the projects and stuff. I guess these are files that are available, but it's just nobody goes through them and kind of
it's
categorizes it. He was a lawyer, so he categorizes it, and it flows from, yeah, basically, like I said, it started way back in the past when these, and then he names the corporations that came up and what they were for. And it's like you couldn't make this shit up. It's like, it's not like all theory. It's like literally like this, dates, names of organizations, what are they? It all just fits, and so I don't even know where it's going now. But it seems
yeah, I don't know the end game with it. If it's just like I feel like, well, they're doing it, so we need to do it, and we need to do it. But like,
yeah
just fucking stop. Like, we don't.
yeah
Nobody needs to do that. We don't need to do that. Like, we don't need to. Like, just stop. We don't need to
yeah
fuck with that shit. We're like, dude, stop. We
yeah
don't need to fucking like it's too. Yeah, it's fucking. Yeah, it's too much. The stakes are too high. Like, same thing. Like, think of what COVID, man made, most likely, whatever it is, like the cost of what it's done to the world, the time that was taken from every single human collectively, the
oh
changes
yeah
that were made, the things experienced, the loss, the like everything
Yeah.
collectively, what that did, like, stop. Like, fuck, man. Like, we don't need to be fucking with that shit. Like, there's no, like, yeah, just like, I don't know, man. That shit needs to be burnt down. Like, just, yeah, don't play with that. There's enough chances of just nature, of natural disasters, of that stuff. It can happen anyways. Like, it can easily happen just organically through whatever else. We don't need to fuck with it. No one here is smart enough, is aligned enough, is above to, but yeah, like, stop fucking with that shit. It's not a it's not a good thing, man. That shit scares me more than anything, because you can't fucking, like, you can't see it, you can't fucking, it's just, and it could happen and spread and just fucking, like, yeah, there's too many other things that, like, asteroids, floods, fucking whatever could happen. Like, okay, we don't need to be messing with germ warfare and building. Yeah, we don't need to be fucking with shit like that.
Oh yeah, dude.
You want to call it on that one?
Yeah, we'll call on that one. And if they're listening, and they'll stop this. No.
Stop. I'm sure they'll all listen to me.
Fucking seriously though.
See, we just saved the world, dude. We fucking,
maybe. I mean,
some bored scientist is gonna be fucking just deep on YouTube. He's gonna listen to this and he's gonna fucking be the catalyst that stops all of it. So you did your job, man. Hey, look at this fucking tattooed gold tooth motherfucker. I'm sure he's gonna listen to me. Yeah. Right.
All right, good. We'll do it again. We'll do it again when shit goes down, for sure. Maybe before, or if you got a Starlink or something, show us how. I will, even as a vegan, I will promote you as. But that was one thing I did want to. I don't know if I after I talked to you, I talked to somebody else, and I just wanted to let you know that I respect and appreciate, and I feel much closer to a hunter than I do some fake meat eating, like I mean, live on that. I can tell when I talk to you about, like, hunting, you have that same passion that I do for, like, planting my trees and growing it. Like, we're kindred spirits, and I will promote you. Get a Starlink when shit goes down. You can show how to salt meat, and I'll promote your things if our internet's still up there.
And what do you do? Yeah, I was going to ask for your whole gathering. So this being your land, your property. So what about the people who eat meat?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's going to be a designated area for you, but I don't like the smell of burning flesh. That's actually one thing that so it's going to be it's actually going to be by the river, fishing. Can't shoot my ducks in my pond though. but if they're out in that river, so your designated area, we have a whole road along the river. Barbecue, I'll set up a barbecue for you. Everything, it's got to be off the land though. But I'll give you a designated area.
That's fair, because I can't eat meat. I'm not coming.
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't. I don't want to smell it. It has to be just far enough where I don't.
All right, sounds good. Excellent.
All right, good. I'll see you here once you sell those dogs or find somebody to help look after them. And
all right, sounds good, man. Appreciate it.
Peace out.
All right, take care. Bye.